Good morning, good morning, good morning, my beautiful people. If you guys have not liked the video, I will ask that y'all double tap the screen for me. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys hit that notification bell, guys. We're going to jump straight into it this morning. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm up here in New York City. You know what I'm saying? I'm just letting y'all know probably in a couple of days, next week, it's supposed to be 65 degrees outside. So I can't wait for us to be able to start recording content, pop up at some great locations, man. You know what I'm saying? And bring y'all the same great content, you know what I'm saying, just outside, man. You know what I'm saying? So I was trying to get at least to 100 episodes of riding with Ghost Rider, you know what I'm saying, doing the live streams in the car, but unfortunately, look like we probably be outside next week. 65 degrees, man. I'm excited for that. If you guys haven't liked the video, go ahead, like the video for me. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell, guys. Jasmine Crockett and James Tellerico. I got to say James Tellerico's name, too. Before Jasmine Crockett jumped into the election, guys, if y'all follow the content, you know I'm a supporter of her. I did some vlogs about her during We the People and everything like that. I've done live content about her the entire time. Before she got into the election, though, I spoke on how special in my mind that I believe that this Senate seat race was going to be in the state of Texas. Now, if you look at the map and you see all the seats that's up for grabs, and we'll look at it, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to do some streams on it. You know, Senate is it's going to be the Senate. You got to look at the races. So besides the local races, on the state level, you have the governor's races. But above that, you have the congressional races, which is federal, and then you have the Senate races, okay? So listen, you guys know this, okay? Out of all the races, there's a lot of races going on this fall, you know what I'm saying, this November, the midterms. Out of all the races, guys, I said, and that's why I'm covering Texas, I said Texas was the prize. You know what I'm saying? All the races that's going on in the midterms, this Texas Senate seat is the prize. I told you guys that. To this point, $122 million and counting has been spent, by the candidates, Republicans and Democrats, in this Senate seat, which is a record. This Senate seat is the prize. And guys, the election is tomorrow. And I would like to tell you that the Republicans are going to have another election within 2 months. Just two candidates. Is going to be highly contested. So you can expect at least $50 to $100 million more to be spent. And then you have the regular campaign, which will be between Jasmine Crockett, we hoping, and a Republican in November. And I'm saying if $200 million minimum was spent to get to May, then you would imagine that 200 million, possibly more, will be spent on this election. So I'm looking at $300 to $400 million spent on this race. It's unbelievable, shattering all kind of records. This Texas Senate seat is the prize, guys. We're going to get right to the content. You guys sound like the video. I ask that y'all double tap the screen for me. If you're on a cell phone, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all hit that notification bell. Republican, Independent, Democrat, it don't matter. Y'all jump down in the comments. Tell Rico supporters, y'all let y'all voices be heard, okay? I'm going to start off with a news source because this is going to give me everything that I need that I'm trying to give to you guys, okay? It was published by the Houston Chronicle. Once again, February the 24th. Democrat Jasmine Crockett doesn't have to say what her strategy is to win the U.S. Senate in November. She's showing it. And look, people have said that, hey, these are this ghetto politics. Ghost, you ghetto politics. They said that about Jasmine yesterday. But you guys do not understand what the strategy is. There was a strategy behind this. And you guys gonna find out real soon. Crockett recently made campaign stops at one of the largest black churches in Houston last week. That's what you need to do. Had the strategy laid out from the get-go, had the numbers laid out from the get-go before she even got in the campaign. I didn't see it clearly at first, like she's seen the strategy. But once I seen the numbers behind what she was saying, then yeah, we went in a power drive. Once you go in a power drive, Miss Crockett, Representative Crockett, you need black churches, you need the black schools. I mean, yeah, Texas has more HBCUs than anybody else in the country. They got 9 HBCUs. You know what I'm saying? Prairie View State. All those schools. You need the black schools and you need the black-owned businesses. Primarily in Houston and Dallas. Half the population in the state is in Houston and Dallas. You got 500,000 black voters in Houston and Dallas. Listen, the reason why that the Democrats have not won, and I'm about to give you the numbers very shortly in this story. The reason why the Democrats have not won in 35 years primarily is because a lot of their voters do not vote. The Republican, it's not that people do not understand this. I keep hearing people say this stupid stuff, and I really hope that Jasmine wins this primary so we could win this election in November and show all these people who are not from Texas that there is more Democrats in the state of Texas than Republicans. I don't care if you want to believe that. That's how we started off. At the end of November, with Jasmine Crockett saying that Texas is a blue state. That's facts. Texas is a blue state, y'all. Texas is a majority-minority state. And I've said this before. I'm not going to keep repeating it. The L2 data says that there are 8 million likely registered Democrats in the state of Texas and only 6 million likely registered Republicans. So when I seen that information, that shocked me too. I'm saying, why this girl saying that Texas is a blue state? Jasmine, you got the wrong strategy, baby. So I go look at the data. I look at the data, and the data say that there's more likely Democrats. Why ain't the Democrats voting? You look at Beto O'Rourke, he came this close, 3 points. And I think he only had 41% of support from the black community. 41% of support from the black community. We gonna look at it right now. And he came this close. 41% of the registered blacks. Why only 41%? You want them numbers up to close to 80% at least of them voting. What's going on? So that's where the strategy was, to motivate those voters who are not voting. Not necessarily, listen, I heard Jasmine say that you want to go get, like, you registering and go and get voted. Maybe you do that in November. But what I'm saying here in this primary, all we relying on is the voters that are already registered. You have enough Democrats who's already registered. You don't have to register them. All you got to do is mobilize them and get them to the polls. And that's what the goal is, to get them voters to the polls. I'm going to show you the strategy. You say, Ghost, why? It's a gamble if you counting on just black voters, I heard somebody say that Latina voters are going to decide this election. And if Latina voters decide this election, that would be a travesty. A travesty. Not to Jasmine, per se, because there's polls that show her leading amongst Latinas. I think they're about what amongst Latinas. Not to Jasmine, per se, but I say to the Democratic Party. Because the Democrats need all those voters to show up to the polls. So which is the best candidate to motivate the most Democrats to show up to the polls? And I'm trying to tell y'all what it is. Because as popular as Tellerico is, and as much money as he spent, you're going to find out that is not the reason why the Democrats are breaking records and that they're overvoting the Republicans. And you guys don't believe that? That's why I picked this story. Just stay with me, okay? Now, Crockett recently made campaign stops at one of the large black churches in Houston last week, swung through Marshall and Beaumont, where black voters make up 40% or more of the population, not just in Marshall and Beaumont, and Houston and Dallas, all across Texas. Texas got the most black voters in the entire state. I'm going to give you the correct numbers today. I got all the correct numbers, okay? The choices underscore her mission to drive up black voter turnout in places where numbers have sagged for Democrats in recent election. And her driving up that black voter turnout, she needs to do that now. And any Democrat, if Tellerico was to win, he will have to drive up the black voter turnout in order for the Democrats to win in November. Do you understand that? What she's doing now is something that the Democrats have been trying to do in previous elections and what they will have to maintain in November to win. We seeing Representative Crockett do it, but I'm saying, can Tellerico do it? Because you cannot beat the Republicans counting on white voters. The Republicans are going to outvote you with white voters, and they've showed you that for over 30 years. When you add in the Latinas, you're not beating the Republicans in Texas with white and Latina voters. That's the majority of the people who are going to vote. Listen, when a black voter votes in the state of Texas, it's an 8 out of 10 chance that they're going to vote Democrat. When a Latina voter votes in the state of Texas, it's slightly under a 6 out of 10. It's 50-some%, a high 50-some% they're going to vote Democrat. But when a white voter votes in the state of Texas, you already know. That's why, and the majority of the white, listen, there are more white people than there is any one race in Texas. Understand, there's more white people than Latina people. There's more white people, or there's many white people as Latinas, slightly more. There's more white people than black people. You understand that? But what I'm saying, the Latinas and the blacks together, that coalition, if you have a majority minority, it's 60% minority, and white people are only 40% of the population. But I'm saying, can you count on those Latinas? You have to, you need time, in my opinion. The Democrats that's Democrats, they already made up their mind between Tellerico and between Jasmine. And they made up their mind definitely between the Republican and the Democrat in November, okay? But what I'm saying is, if for you to win in November, you're going to need time to pull or to, convert those Latina voters, those independents. You need time to do that. But I'm saying, for this Democratic primary, though, and what you're going to need in November, you're going to need to drive up this black vote. Okay? That's what she's doing. The choices underscore her mission to drive up the black vote. You got to show up, Representative Crockett told me in an interview after visiting the Fountain of Praise in Houston. You got to go meet them where they are. That's something I feel I have strength in. Crockett, a Dallas Congresswoman, said that doesn't mean just holding a rally and having people come to her. In Marshall, that meant stopping at the Bethesda Missionary Baptist Church, and in Beaumont, dining at a popular Southern food restaurant. What I told you, the black businesses, black-owned businesses, black-owned churches, and that's the goal. You know what I'm saying? Plus the black universities for this Democratic primary. You guys call it ghetto politics all you want to. But that's why the most Democrats who have early voted, that's the most Democrats that early voted since 2008, 10,000%. That's why the Democrats, so many of them early voted, they outvoting the Republicans. You calling it ghetto politics, it's not ghetto politics, it's winning politics. That's what I call it. I call it record-breaking voting numbers politics. That's what I call it. My goal and focus is to talk to as many Texans. What you say, Representative Crockett, as many black people? No, that's not the goal. The goal is to talk to as many Texans. The problem is that a lot of these other Democratic candidates, they not going to them black neighborhoods that Jasmine's going to. Because I'm saying she going to the white neighborhoods too. She talking to the white people too. She talking to the Hispanic people too. That's what I'm saying. But the reason you focusing in on it and calling it ghetto politics is because she identified with the segment of the Democratic Party who you could count on. Or let me say it like this, with the segment of the population that you could count on to vote Democratic. It only makes sense. And you have so many black voters registered in the state of Texas, it only makes sense. We're going to get to the strategy. I'm going to tell you why before tomorrow that it's a winning strategy, okay? Now, let me tell you this. We're about to get to it right now, all right? And so you guys can understand. Like, so you know what Crockett said her goal, as many Texans as possible. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to it, okay? Numbers. All right, this isn't a Jasmine for Texas. We not doing that no more. Straight numbers, regular episode. Okay, black voters only make up 13% of the 18.5 million voters. That's why they say it's a gamble. I mean, listen to me, 13%. Of the 18.5 million voters. I want you to remember that 18.5 million, but we're going to focus on 13%. You say it's only 13% goes. You focus on black voters who's only 13%. So you get that strong 13% and you're going to run weak with the whites and the Hispanics who make up the other 87% of the voters. You're going to run weak with them. So you're going to get blown out. Only 13%. Of the state's voters. That's why most people can't see the strategy and they don't understand the strategy. And when Representative Crockett said Texas was a blue state, I seen that, but still, Tellerico's a white guy. And he's doing pretty well with the Hispanics, and he's definitely doing well with the white people. And it's 87% of the voters are Hispanic and white, and only 13% of the then goes. That's why the polls, they're not seeing it. They don't see it. You don't see the strategy. You just assuming that because only 13% of the voters are black, that because Tellerico is white and the majority of the voters are white and Hispanic, that he has a better chance to win statewide. That's what the National Democratic Party is. That's Tellerico's argument. That's why Colbert did what he did. That's why all these Democratic newspapers and media across Texas, legacy media, is endorsing him. Only 13%. We're not racist, ghosts. We're not racist, ghosts. Only 13. So y'all understand that 13% of the population is black. Okay, let's keep going. You see different numbers, but I have to tend to believe that these are the most accurate numbers. And if that's so, 13% of the state's 18.5 million voters are black, then that means you have 2.4 million black registered voters world statewide. That's where y'all mess up at. That's where you make a mistake at. You looking at that 13% of 18.5 million. So you thinking in your mind, that's not enough to just count on black people. You only getting 13% of the vote. But what you failing to realize is how many registered black voters are in the state. 2.4 million. That's a lot of voters, even if it's only 13%. You see what I'm saying? Is that right? Are we right with the numbers? 2.4 million. registered black voters. So let's get into the strategy. Where are you coming from, okay? I'm going to break it down for you. This is the best I broke this down before. In 2018, when Beto O'Rourke came within 3 percentage points of beating U.S. Senator Ted Cruz, that's the closest that a Democrat has gotten. I want to reiterate that. Since 2012. Since 2012, that's when Texas become being a majority minority state. So that's when the Democrat strategy come into play, okay? So 2018, it's like, okay, we got more blacks and Hispanics than they have white in Texas. Beto O'Rourke, he finna run this, right? So he came within 3 points. And when he did, black neighborhoods was a major contributor. In 14 Houston voting precincts around Tidwell Center and through Kashmere Gardens, voter turnout jumped from an abysmal 31% to 41% with O'Rourke on the ticket. Voter turnout, you got to remember, it's 2.4 million black voters. Beto O'Rourke lost the vote by a few 100,000 votes. Let me say that for you again. Slow it down for you so you'll understand. Remember, we said 13% of the electorate was black, right? So that's 2.4 million black voters. Okay. Now, Beto O'Rourke lost the election by a few 100,000 points. And you had black turnout in 14 Houston precincts was at 41%. If Jasmine was on that ticket and black turnout was to get those few 100,000 more votes, because those votes are there. Let me not confuse you. In just those neighborhoods, that means delivering almost 3,000 more votes for O'Rourke, something that was replicated in black communities elsewhere in Houston and throughout East Texas. By 2024, Democrat Colin Allred couldn't match those numbers in his own effort to oust Cruz, winning almost 1,000 fewer votes in just those Houston neighborhoods. So the Houston Chronicle are focusing on those neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? Houston and the population of Houston and Dallas together is almost half the state's population. So keep that in your mind. For Crockett, the strategy is to drive those neighborhoods turnout even higher and encourage even more voters to register. And guys, what we have seen in Houston, you set records at the number of voters who's going to them polls. That's the goal. I'm saying, how are you setting a record? Let me keep going so I can break it down for you to understand who's going to those polls to vote so y'all can understand who's probably about to win this election, okay? Now, look, let me keep going. Since 2018, Texas has added about 3 million registered voters statewide, with the biggest growth in big urban counties that 10 blue, like Harris County, that's Houston, Bexar, Dallas County, that's Dallas, and Travis County. And the voting in Harris County and Dallas County, record highs now. I think she brings some excitement to this race and a profile that will turn out more people, said Harris County Commissioner Rodney Ellis, who has endorsed Crockett. It sounds like Rodney Ellis got some sense. Let's keep looking at the numbers. I'm putting an x-ray on him this morning. Crockett's efforts could also be big in the primary. While black voters make up just 13% of the general electorate, the general election electorate, about 20 to 25% of the Democratic primary voters are black. So you about double that, okay, in the Democratic primary. So here's my analysis. 20 to 25% is the typical amount of black voters in the Democratic primary. Y'all follow me? So that means you could count on 75% of the voters in the Democratic primary to be white or to be Hispanic. And that's why they say that James Tellerico is winning or he'll have a better chance. Okay, sure, Jasmine, you get the black voters. You get 20 to 25% of the vote. 20 to 25% of the vote, they voting for you by 80%. but he could win, or he's more appealing with Hispanics and white people. So he'll beat you with white people and Hispanics by maybe a shorter margin, but it's more of them. So, you know what I'm saying? He's got numbers over you. That's what they're looking at, or that's what their argument is. But I'm telling you, reverse, you're going to put that with Jasmine's strategy. We're doing this right now. Okay? Now, let's keep going. Analysis. Looking at early voter turnout, Jasmine probably drove the black vote up much higher than 20 to 25% that they usually vote. Okay? Her goal is to get the black vote to over 30%. And I'm saying I believe that I think it might be closer to 40%. That's why the number's so high. If typically 20 to 25, listen, the white and Hispanic people that voting, they vote in every primary in the state of Texas. Tell me where I'm wrong at. Okay? Because I'm saying that's why we're telling you, according to the Houston Chronicle, all these numbers are straight legit. In fact, no AI today. I'm not confused or crossed up. Okay? Typically, 20 to 25% of the voters in the Democratic primary are black. Her goal is to get that higher. If she's at 35% or higher of the black vote, she's cruising to victory. And I'm telling you, that's why the numbers are higher than they ever been. I'm about to get to that, okay? On Saturday, Crockett and Austin Democrat James Tellerico will take their primary battle to the debate stage for the first time. This is okay? Tellerico supporters say that because of his past competitive race against Republicans, he's better suited to win over independents and moderates in the general election. Remember, he's talking about the 87% of the population who is going to be white or Hispanic in a general, okay? And in the primary, remember, it's about 75%. He too has been traveling the state aggressively and is betting big on Hispanic voters. You see what I'm saying? Tellerico's bet big on Hispanic voters. Look, he know the white voters are there. So he's thinking in his mind that, hey, I'm going to have the white support. She's got the black support. The black support's only 25% in the Democratic primary. White support's like up to 40%. You know what I'm saying? As long as my numbers are pretty good, you know what I'm saying? It's about a neck and neck race. So I got to win Hispanics. And that's why I hear people saying that the Hispanics are going to decide this election. But I think they're wrong. Let me tell you why. He's launched Spanish language ads in the primary and just did a big rally in Rio Grande Valley with music star Bobby Porto, who is running for Congress himself. Okay, now, this is how we did Jasmine's strategy. And this is the source, Spectrum News, and this was published on February 26th. Over 750,000 Democrats have voted. 1 million plus early voted, which is more than the entire early vote out in 2022. And turnout is especially high in the Dallas area. Listen to me. Over 1 million Democrats early voted, which is more than the entire early voter turnout in 2022. Okay? This is the Texas Tribune. 1,032,000 or so people voted in the midterms in 2018. So this is what Ghost did. I looked at the midterm elections in 2018, and I looked at the midterm elections in 2022. And I'm not talking about just early vote now. I'm talking about the voting that's going to happen tomorrow, the voting on election day too. So if I look at the entire Democratic vote in the primary, okay, early voting and election day in 2018 and in 2022, less than 1.2 million people voted in the Democratic primary in Texas. Now, so understand this, 2018, 2022, this is how I got to be able to give y'all the estimates that 1.4 million people are going to vote, because I knew it was going to be supercharged because of Jasmine. So listen, 2018, 2022, you got 1.2 million people vote. Now remember, 20 to 25% of them are black, 75%. So say if you got a regular election or a little bit highly charged, Tellerico isn't that popular amongst Democrats. I don't care how they trying to prop him up. You see what I'm saying? Only 7 in 10 Democrats in Texas know who he is after he spent all this money. That's a recent poll. I'll give you that source too soon. But what I'm trying to tell you, so we're looking at if you get 1.2 million of votes, so say this time the electorate could just be slightly higher, you know what I'm saying, Democrats, you know what I'm saying, just a little bit higher. So you say 1.3 million people are voting regularly, 1.3 million people vote. And you're trying to separate 75% of them are white or Hispanic. So you say probably about 800 to 850,000 or so are white or Hispanic. So from there, 20 to 25% are black. So if listen to it, I'm giving it to you right now. So 800 or 850,000 Hispanics would vote. This is how Ghost looked at it. This is how you formulate the strategy. Representative Crockett, you got 2.4 million black voters in the state of Texas. So Ghost, what you trying to say? That means only 850,000 white and Hispanics are voting. I took out the black people that's voting. We separate them. Only 850,000 white and Hispanic people are going to vote. Okay, Ghost, what you trying to say? What's your strategy? The strategy is we got a pot of 2.4 million black voters. What you saying, Ghost? I'm saying I could win this whole election with the black voters. This entire election. Guys, I spent 30 minutes laying down the numbers, the stats. I don't see how you can't see it. I got 2.4 million black voters that are already registered. I don't have to go register them. I don't have to reach them or nothing. They already registered. All I got to do is mobilize them to the polls. That's all I got to do. I got 2.4 million black voters. You're saying, Ghost, man, that might be a tall order to get them to go vote. Oh, you want to say you see what Beto O'Rourke did, right? You see how Beto O'Rourke came this close with this same strategy. So y'all saying ghetto politics. I got a black candidate who's very famous across America, super famous across Texas. Over 8 out of 10 Democratic voters know her. Super famous across Texas, okay? And she's beloved by the black community in the state of Texas. So we know she's gonna draw the turnout higher than Beto O'Rourke. This is what I'm saying. I'm saying my goal is to get black turnout at 50%. You say, Ghost, that's almost impossible. It might be, but that's the goal. If you're going to get 850,000 white and Latinas, I want 850,000 black people to show up. And then who's going to win? Because amongst whites, you might win by up to 10 points. Amongst Hispanics, it's about a wash. She might win, he might win, we don't know. But amongst blacks, she going to win by 90% of the vote. Can you get that? So our goal is to drive that black vote up as high as we can. You got 2.4 million blacks to go vote. So you say you can't get 25% of the registered blacks in the state, 30% of the registered blacks in the state to vote. That's my goal. 33%, a third of the registered blacks in the state of Texas, we trying to get them to vote in this primary. So if there's 2.4 million of them, and y'all weren't gonna say who was the one who told y'all that up to 2 million people gonna vote in the primary before the election, the voting started? I did. So I'm seeing all of this. So I'm knowing this time you might get close to 2 million people to come vote. I need 800,000 minimum votes, Jasmine. That's the strategy. That's my second prediction. Winner needs 800,000, and I did that on purpose. I need 800,000 minimum votes because I'm knowing that you're only going to get maximum about 850,000 white or Latinos. So you give me 800,000 black voters, Jasmine, and you're going to beat him by 10 points. Easy. The goal is to drive up the black votes. That's what I told y'all. She can win this entire primary with just black voters. Y'all hadn't seen it. I don't think they still gonna see it. I don't think they gonna see it until the voting's over. I'm serious. She can win this entire Democratic primary with just black voters. I just gave y'all the numbers. There's 2.4 million black voters in the state. They just not voting. When Beto won in those counties around Houston, 60% of them didn't vote. So what if 60% of them do vote? What's going to make them go vote? Oh, you got one of them who's on the ballot, just like Obama. What made black people? I talked to a family member about this yesterday. I had 2 family members who never voted before, ever. When Obama got on the ballot, that both of them went and voted. And guess what? Since then, they ain't never voted again. And they probably never will until a candidate gets on that ballot that they understand, can relate to, and feel that they feel like they represent them. Who represents the black community better than Jasmine Crockett? So when y'all call Jasmine or me ghetto, you don't understand. All I'm seeing is W's. That's victories. That's victories. Because that's the goal. To relate to that segment of the population so much to where you motivate them, you get them to go out to vote, you drive the enthusiasm, and you try to get that vote to at least 50% is the goal. If it's at 40%, she wins. You're trying to get it to 50%. There are 2.4 million registered black voters. There are more black voters than there are voters in the Democratic primary. Do you understand that? What I'm saying, Ghost is telling you 2.4 million people will not vote. I'm talking about every race. White, black, Hispanic. Who can predict that? What, you got over a million, slightly over a million early voters. That's higher than it's been since like 2008. You know what I'm saying? Or it might be a record. You got a million early primary voters, okay? So I'm saying, who gonna say 1.4 million people gonna show up and vote tomorrow in this election? Ain't nobody gonna say that. You're not gonna get 2.4 million people in the Democratic primary. You might get 2 million. I predicted up to 2 million. You might get 2 million voters. But what I'm saying, there are more black registered voters in the state of Texas than you have voters that's gonna vote in the Democratic primary. And what I just told you right there is why Nancy Pelosi and them, or whoever, Nancy Pelosi and them, or whoever is supporting Tellerico, the National Democratic Party, should I say Colbert and them, or whoever's supporting Tellerico and is against Jasmine, well, whoever that super PAC is, who's doing them ads that's saying that she can't win. That's why they saying that she can't win. Because black voters are only 13% of the vote in the state of Texas. Because they're not voting, because they're not enthusiastic about a candidate, just like Obama. That's why when I was a young person, I was told that a black man would never be president. Well, I'm saying if we looked at the numbers in this Democratic primary, you know what I'm saying? I try to deal with one problem at a time. This first problem is getting past tomorrow. When we look at our strategy with this Democratic primary, they all hyped up on Tellerico and they can't see it, Jasmine. We could see it. You need black churches. I need them HBCUs and I need black businesses. And I need you to go out there and be as pretty as you can and relate to the people as much as you can, and you charge them up and you get them to go vote. And what I need you to do to be so I could sleep at night and make sure that we're doing the right thing to win, I need you to get 40% of the black voters in the state of Texas to that poll. 40%. I need you to get 800,000 people to the polls. 800,000. And if you could do that, I could guarantee you a victory. I mean, it just so happened that within the state of Texas, there's more black voters registered than there are people who will vote at all. It just so happened Texas is like that. And because Texas is like that, that's why we had the strategy. It's not ghetto politics. It's not leaving no one out. It's trying to win a primary. You see what I'm saying? It's trying to win a primary. That's what you do. You try to win. And so I already know what's going on. That means only 1 million or so people who usually vote, and 20 to 25% of those million voting are black. Her goal, and she has the numbers, 2.4 million, is to drive the black vote as high as possible. Sure, there are more whites and there are more Hispanics than blacks in Texas, but there's not more whites and Hispanics in Texas voting in a Democratic primary. That's what you don't understand. It's a ceiling. You only gonna reach 850,000 whites and Hispanics. That's your ceiling. Tellerico, that's your ceiling. 850,000 whites and Hispanics. And Tellerico, out of those 850,000 whites and Hispanics, you're not winning that whole vote. You're not winning more than 60% of the vote. As a matter of fact, depending on how the Hispanics vote, you probably slightly winning that vote with white Hispanics, slightly. And see, that's why the prediction markets, y'all listen to me now. I'm giving y'all the game. This is how you outsmart the prediction markets. And when y'all see if Jasmine wins by 10 points, or y'all see the polls from the University of Texas or the University of Houston polls that are way more trusted than any other poll, in my opinion, that I've seen, you've seen Jasmine with a sizable lead. This is why we're giving it to you. There's more whites and Hispanics than blacks in Texas, but not voting in the Democratic primary. It's only 850,000 whites or Hispanics that's going to vote. So what's the goal again, Jasmine? Get 800,000 black people to show up and vote. Shock the world. You got the numbers to do it. You is as popular as a Democrat that the state of Texas has had in a very long time. You are a perfect candidate to pull this off. You see what I'm saying? I believe turnout is high because of the black voters, and getting 300 to 500,000 black voters minimum. I think the minimum that she needs to win this election is 300 to 500,000 black voters to vote who might not have voted before. That drove black turnout to nearly 40%. That's what she needs to do. That will secure her a victory in this primary, and she needs to repeat that performance and as well court the Latinas to win the general. So with the general, she don't necessarily have to do the black churches as much. You still do that too. She don't have to do the black schools or the black businesses as much. Texas is a bigger state, bigger election, So you got to start going to the Latina places too, because in the general, she's got to actively court Latinas. She cannot run this same campaign in the general election. You see what I'm saying? Because the numbers change, the dynamics change. So during the general election, she will have to, of course, keep the black turnout high. You want to drive it high. If it's usually 13% in a general election, she wants that number close to about 20%. You see what I'm saying? If she can. She want to drive that. Now, during the general, it's time to get voters registered. It's time to, do all that, do all the hard work. You got a long time. She's going to have from March to November. That's a very long time. She could get a lot of things done. She's got structure within her campaign and organization. So I say after March the 3rd, she go after those Latinas immediately. She got a head start on the Republicans. You know what I'm saying? Because they're going to still be fighting a primary. Latinas won't necessarily decide the Democratic primary. They could, but not necessarily. It's going to be up to Miss Jasmine Crockett. It's going to be up to Representative Jasmine Crockett to turn out that black vote. And if she turns out the black vote, it's a wrap. It's over with. And I'm saying, guys, if we look at any numbers at the amount of voters that have voted in Dallas County, and we look at the numbers of the amount of voters that have voted in Houston, all across the state of Texas, black people are fired up, they charged up, and they enthusiastic. You see what I'm saying? So what it looks like to me, man, if you ask me, bro, it looks very good for her right now. That's why I predict she'll win by 3 to 7 points. I think she pulled it off. I really do. It's not over yet. You know what I'm saying? She's still out there. I think Senator Presley came to Texas. She's still out there rallying. She's still out there driving them because now you want to get them on the third. And on the third, baby, we need about, I imagine it's going to be at least 500,000 people vote tomorrow. 500,000. So you need 200,000 people to show up, black people to show up statewide. It's not ghetto politics. It's a winning strategy. And you use the same strategy because it's a majority minority state. And I'm saying I got L2 data that's showing me that there is more likely Democrats in the state. So if she's believing that this is a blue state, this isn't a gamble. All this is a need to execute. What you talking about, Ghost? I mean that the numbers is there for her to win. Like I said, there's more black voters in the state of Texas than there are people who votes in the Democratic primary. You got more registered black voters in Texas than you have voters in the Democratic primary by some 100,000s. So the numbers are there. That's what I'm saying. All you got to do is execute, is charge them up and get them to vote. They're already registered. Along the way, she registered some new voters. That's great. You go to them colleges, you're going to get some new voters registered. It ain't Ghost got an infinity or love for young people. I know how many young people it is, and I know how those voters right there could be your key to winning. It was that you vote for President Obama in 2008 was a part of his winning coalition, probably the biggest part. They don't never vote. People ain't counting them. That's what Charlie Kirk's thing was. The thing about Jasmine, she's only 44. Progressive policies is very popular with young people. It only makes sense that you go to the schools and the colleges. I say, you know what I'm saying, before, you know what I'm saying, the summer go, like in March and in April, she needed like constantly campaign, you know? But the numbers are there for her to win this entire election with just the black vote. Just the black vote. If you was that, if she could turn them out like that, she could get as many black voters to show. Don't be surprised if the black vote is 50% of the entire vote. Don't be surprised. I don't think it'd be that high. I think if she drove, like if she reached maximum peak in the execution of driving out the black vote, if she gets 40% of the early vote in the election day, the entire vote, she get 40% of that vote to be black people. That means, so if you got 1,600 people that voted, right, then that means she would need 700,000 of them. If 700,000 of them are black people, she gonna win by, I'm talking about, at least 10, double digits. And I think it's very possible. Look at the numbers, Dallas County. I'm saying she could look at the numbers and tell. If she look at the numbers and she see that 20% of the voters who voted were black people, you see what I'm saying? Then she crossing her fingers. If she look at the numbers and she could say that 40% of the people voted the black people, then she already popping the champagne. That's what I'm saying. You know, 20% of them to vote is black. I'm not saying that she gonna lose, but I'm saying that election gonna be a lot closer than you think. A lot closer. I don't think people have, well, with white people in the state of Texas, I think they have, white Democrats, I think that they have a pretty good feel that Tellerico is gonna win. Not by more than 10 points, by a margin less than 10 points. Okay? If you have amongst black Democrats in the state of Texas, we know she's going to win by a margin of over 80 points, probably 90 points or better. So I'm saying, but I'm saying amongst the Latinas, I think it's about a wash. You look at some polls, she winning in Latinas. You look at some polls, Tellerico's winning with Latinas. I don't think we really too much know with the Latinas. You see what I'm saying? So I'm saying we just gonna have to see. That's gonna. But the black vote, the black turnout, that was the strategy. So if she got the black vote and she got the turnout high, then I think you can almost guarantee that she will secure a victory, 100%. So, I gave it to y'all, the whole thing right then. That's the strategy, the thinking, and the only thing left is the execution. You know what I'm saying? The only thing left is to get those voters to go vote. And we're going to find out tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow, when we do our live stream tomorrow, we're going to do it. Let me see if did I figure out the live stream we're going to do tomorrow? I'm not sure if I posted the live stream that we'll do tomorrow, okay? But we will not actually, of course, during the stream, I'm going to say, go get down there, guys, and go vote. You know what I'm saying? It takes primary tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? We need as many voters to get out there and go vote. You know what I'm saying? In Texas. But we'll actually cover the results of the election, of course, on Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? And then we'll look at the numbers from then. But guys, what I wanted to say is, yeah, I feel pretty good, man. I feel pretty confident about it. You know what I'm saying? All we need to do is get Jasmine, get the people to show up. Somebody says, we shall see tomorrow. Yes, we will see tomorrow. We're about to find out. You know what I'm saying? FBA says it don't look good for the Democrats. I don't see how you could say that. This is as good as it's ever looked for the Democrats in the primary. As good as it ever looked. They outvoting the Republicans. I knew they were going to do it. I knew it. I knew what Jasmine was going to do. When I seen how much money Tellerico was spending, and I'm knowing that she's popular, it's like if I went out there and I was playing a basketball. Look, it's like me playing a one-on-one basketball game with Michael Jordan. You see what I'm saying? And so I'm saying, like, I'm spending like $20 million to advertise it. I know a lot of people finna come show up because they know Michael Jordan. Not necessarily because they know me, they know Michael Jordan. I'm just spending the money. Oh, Michael Jordan is playing against Ghost in a pickup basketball game. Who Ghost is? We don't know. We're going to go find out. I'm not saying the people who Michael Jordan, he got a few haters everywhere you go. He got a few haters in Texas. So I'm saying there's going to be a few people who going to actually be rooting for me to win. But I'm saying the people showing up mostly because, tell me if I'm wrong. Now, when you go out there and poison the water and try to make it seem like she can't win a general election, I'm saying, you trying to put your hands on the scale and trying to make him be what she Michael Jordan. He Ghost Rider. You feel what I'm saying? Like, everybody know Michael Jordan, not as many people know Ghost Rider. They trying to make it seem like he famous or he got a name. Bro, ain't nobody know Tellerico. They don't even know him really in Texas. So outside of Texas, only so many people know him. Somebody say they in Detroit and nationally Jazzy is not polling well. I'm saying what national campaign is Jasmine running? She not running a national campaign. You see what I'm saying? What national how can you poll her nationally? What are you polling her for nationally? You mean her favorability? Like, you don't understand. President Trump had the highest. Look, y'all are looking at these numbers. Y'all political people, strategists and everything. Y'all are looking at these numbers, and the way that you guys are looking at these numbers are completely wrong. Politics, the world, everything is changing. You looking at high unfavorabilities, and you think because of unfavorability that is high, you think that means that candidate is not going to win an election. You see what I'm saying? There's some people who might not have liked President Trump that voted for him. They felt like he was the best person for the job. There's some people who might not have and did vote for him. Is that not facts? Is that fact or fiction? So I'm saying the same thing with President Trump. What y'all trying to say about Jasmine, I could say the same thing about President Trump. It's the same thing. There's so many people who said negative things about President Trump, or they didn't like President Trump and this and that, or this or that, or President Trump got this brand or style of politics and he go on and win another election, he wouldn't take about 14 points. So I'm saying, in my opinion, the only way Jasmine can't win the state of Texas is if they're racist. Because your argument about Jasmine being a certain kind of person or saying certain things or doing certain things, and that's the reason why voters won't vote for her, well, they voted for President Trump. They're eating the cats and the dogs. They're eating cats and dogs and chickens and goats and pigs, and you see what I'm saying? But they still voted for that. That's what I'm saying. So your argument, because she says things, she don't say nothing like that. So why wouldn't they vote for her? Because you saying because she say outlandish things. Nah, that's not what it is that you saying. Like, you almost being racist while you saying they won't vote for her. You saying because the majority of the voters are white and Hispanic, and they wouldn't vote for a black woman. That's what they really trying to say. You see what I'm saying? That's the only difference I could think of that they coming up with while saying that she can't win the statewide election. That's what they trying to say. But I'm saying, just like I told you, President Trump, when you said, well, Ghost, you just said that she's a black and she's a female, but Texas is a majority minority state. That's what y'all forgetting too. Y'all stuck on those old models, those George Bush models, those Texas models prior to President Obama. Texas is a majority minority state. So, listen, the majority of Texas is not white. So looking at her as a ghetto white, a black girl, I'm saying the majority of Texas don't look at her like that. The majority of Texas is not white. The majority of Texas is black and brown. The majority of Texas is a minority. Y'all not looking at it the way it's supposed to be looking at. So you might have a fraction, because you got a bunch of white Democrats in Texas too. You might have a fraction of voters who say that she a ghetto black girl, whatever y'all saying, who wouldn't vote for her because you think that she whatever you want to call her. You might have a fraction, but the majority of the voters don't think that because they black and brown. And you got white Democrats too. So you looking at 65 to 70% of the state don't think that at least 65. You got those 10%, 5-10% of MAGA who might think that she too this or she too that. Because you a white boy and you live in Michigan or you live in Wisconsin and you see her on TV and you say, oh, well, she too ghetto. She might be too ghetto for Wisconsin. But this ain't Wisconsin, this Texas. That's what y'all don't realize. You see what I'm saying? You got Latinas and blacks. So they're not looking at it like you looking at it. Y'all got to catch up. Y'all a little behind. It'll take an earthquake like you'll see tomorrow, more than likely, with Jasmine winning. And then running the right strategy and running the right plays and the right game plan, her winning in November, it's going to take that for y'all to be able to get where Ghost is already at. What? A ghetto black girl could win in Texas? Yeah. Texas is minority white. Yeah. That means there's less white people than those ghetto black people and those ghetto Latinas. There's less white people. There's more of those ghetto black people and those ghetto Latinas than it is white people in Texas. Yeah. This ain't Wisconsin. Yeah. This ain't, yeah. You get it? Yeah. This ain't, yeah. You got to understand what that is. That's what it is. So, yeah, I could see Jasmine winning in Texas. Easily. Y'all just got to get it. Oh, my boy say I'm foundational black in Detroit. I feel that. And I'm not hating on that, but still your foundational black in Detroit is not Texas. That's what you got to understand. It's not Texas. That's like me talking about Ilhan Omar. Oh, excuse me. She from Minnesota. That's like me talking about Alyssa Slotkin. You know what I'm saying? What I'm going to say about Senator Slotkin? All I know is what I seen Senator Slotkin on TV. I like Senator Slotkin. I don't know if y'all like her. But I'm saying you probably could tell me a lot more about Senator Slotkin than I can, and that's Michigan. And it ain't like I don't know nothing about Michigan. I just came from Michigan, staying 34 days, recording a vlog, talking to the Michigan voters. But I'm saying I don't know about Senator Slotkin like you do. That's why I'm saying this is Texas, though. When she running a nationwide election, everything she's saying, we'll take into account FBA and what you're saying, and we'll address this. We would adjust the strategy accordingly. But she's not running a nationwide election. She's running for the Democratic primary in the state of Texas. People losing focus. They looking at a general election. Oh, only 13% of blacks come up to vote in Texas. Only 13%. That means that the election is going to be decided by the white and the Hispanics. Oh, he's better with the white and Hispanics than she is. When you get to the general election, we'll run strategy for the general election. We're not at the general. We at a Democratic primary in the state of Texas. Not a Democratic primary that's nationally. A Democratic primary in the state of Texas. Gotta stay focused. You can't apply general election numbers. You can't apply no other numbers to this. You can in the formula after you break it down. But for the first numbers you need to apply to this is what goes on in Democratic primaries in Texas. Midterms. I compared it to presidential elections too. Her numbers are higher than it would be when, the number of black people that have voted matching almost a presidential election with Joe Biden. You see what I'm saying? I'm saying she got them charged up, enthusiastic. They try to compare VP Harris. VP Harris, she came to Houston once, but, Texas is a red state. She wasn't down there relating to the voters in the state of Texas, black voters. It's a different election. Jasmine is on the ground with the black voters in her state. That's her state too. That's what you're saying. That's what you got to understand. It's just it's different dynamics. You got to apply the correct dynamics to the correct situation to get the correct result. Somebody said it won't happen. That's why they play the game. We'll see tomorrow night. You said if she don't win, what you mean? I'm already working. I already got a job. You want to see my job? I already got one. That's more important than your job. He said he want me to get a job. This boy, like, he know me or something. He want me to get a job. I already got a job. It's more important than your job. You feel that? This right here is what we call discovery in a lawsuit. This is called what I call open litigation, open warfare in a legal battle, in a paper fight. This right before you get to the trial. This right before pre-trial in a lawsuit. And this just one case that I got. So your lawyer, you go to the lawyer. I want you to go to your lawyer's office and tell him he don't have a job. Because I own a business. And not just own the business is in good standing. My boy, y'all, he told me to get a job. So you know I got lawsuits that I filed. I just showed you some documents in a lawsuit, right? That I filed. So you know I got the lawsuits. He told me to get a job. That's what I'm doing, y'all. I'm finna show him my job. You know I got the lawsuits. You say my job. You want me to get a job? I mean, that's a lifetime certificate. You know what I'm saying? You told me, isn't that what you said? You want me to get a job, right? My job. You know what I'm saying? If you think I ain't got enough work, so I showed you that. So this the discovery. In one case, this right here, my friends, is an entirely new case that I need to file. A whole lawsuit. You are with. I'm showing you. I'm showing it to you. Your lawyer don't never do this. You don't never see nobody do this. That case right there I showed you is against the city, the federal court. Ain't nobody show you that. You want me to get a job? Here go another lawsuit. This is my fourth lawsuit when I filed this in the next couple of days. Fourth one I got in rotation. I got more to file. You want me to get a job? That's what you want, though, huh? That's what you asked for, huh? I'm talking about hundreds of thousands. I don't see my business license in here. Maybe somebody ganked it. It's cool. I'll run one off for you and show it to y'all tomorrow. It's in good stand. A Millerate Legal LLC. In good stand. You want me to get a job, huh? That's what he said, y'all. I'm saying I'm trying to figure out what kind of job that you could have that is better than litigating in federal court. What kind of job you have, sir, that's better than litigating in federal court? Your job better than a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? You probably work at a golf club and not a golf course, and I'm not hating on you. You could work in McDonald's. A job is a job. But I'm just trying to tell you I already got one, my boy. That's what I do. I sue people for violating U.S. law. No matter who you are, you could be a city, a state, a government. It don't matter who you are. I sue people for violating U.S. law. Somebody said me and Jasmine are both about to lose. If we do, we do. You talking about in court? Oh, you fantasizing about me losing in court? You mean if what in that case? How you gonna lose a case if you ain't wrong? If I get injured on your property, I know y'all don't understand the law. If I get injured on your property and your employee caused the injury, or if it's just damages is looked at like injury under the law. There's unpaid medical bills. How you gonna lose that? I got unpaid medical bills that happen on your property by one of your employees. What are we talking about? That's like ABCD in law. We ain't even got to get complex and go into like the way I got to litigate the case, but I'm talking about simple premises liability. Where the liability at? I'm on your property and I got a medical bill because of the actions of one of your employees. What you talking about? What I'm about to lose? Oh, you mean they gonna get rid of the case in court? That's no problem. That's why we got an appeals court in New Orleans. And in that court, I ain't never lost the argument. What we talking about? Oh, you say get rid of the cat? Oh, that's no problem. That's why they got state courts. I'm gonna sue you again in state court while we waiting on that from the appeals court. What we talking about? Ghost ain't gonna lose nothing. Ghost gonna gain some cases. Ghost gonna build this business off of your corruption. I ain't losing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Now about Jasmine losing the race, it's possible. It's very possible. Highly unlikely, but it's possible. You said ICE officer shooting. Okay, listen. So, hold on real quick. Man, I know they, bro. I remember whenever I first incorporated my business or LLC, my business, man, I used to look it up. It used to pop. But now it's like they behind my cases and everything in the Google search. Like, look, you asked about that woman who got shot in her car. Do I sue over stuff like that? Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Would I sue that? If I sued that ICE agent, bro, I don't know what her family waiting on. They probably filed a lawsuit. Let me see. Has Renee Good sued? You said absolute immunity. Them people ain't got no absolute. You crazy as I don't know what. Not with Ghost. I'm assuming 15 times the Supreme Court gonna have to tell me they got absolute immunity. I could argue, bro. I'm going to argue any kind of law. It ain't no way that man ain't liable for her death. Who could say, what legal person could say that officer who shot Renee Good isn't liable for her death? He's liable for her death. You could say it was a justified shooting. That's what they got the courts for. Let's go in there and find out, because a lot of people, it looked like it wasn't justified. So that's going to really be up to a judge and a jury of her peers. Renee Good family suing ICE. Let's see if they sued him. The family of Renee Good, who was fatally shot by ICE agent in Minneapolis, has hired legal counsel and is actively pursuing accountability. That's according to AI. They already got lawyers. Y'all look out for them lawsuits. Her family already got lawyers. What y'all think? What you think gonna happen? Travis Peretti. It ain't no. I don't see. Listen, you cannot allow that just to go unchecked or go away unpunished. You cannot allow it. It's not good for America. It's not good for ICE. It's not good for nobody. I'm saying if he didn't do anything wrong or he did everything he was supposed to do, that's what we have court for. Listen, we saw a video. On that video, it looks suspect to me. The majority of Americans, according to a poll, it looks sus. You see what I'm saying? So, according to our Constitution, now I have a dispute with ICE, or her family got a dispute with ICE because they baby dead. And it looked like suspect on the type of killing it was. So when two people have a dispute, the way you settle that dispute is in court. Every American has a constitutional right to settle a dispute with someone you haven't in court. The Federal Tort Claims Act allows you to sue a federal agent or employee of the federal government who is acting within the scope of his duty. So you could say the ICE agent was acting outside the scope of his duty. I don't think you could say that. Because President Trump and them, they could have got rid of that accountability or that liability if they would have actually prosecuted him or did an investigation. You see what I'm saying? And fire him. I mean, he still was an employee for them, but I'm saying it would have helped their argument a lot more better. But they just sweep it under the rug. I'm saying it's no way in the world I wouldn't sue. 10 times. President Trump sue everybody. He took a page out of Ghost Book. I'm just playing. President Trump been suing people, but he sue everybody. He ain't gonna take it to heart when I file them lawsuits. He know this the game. What I'm supposed to do? Dude told me to get a job. I showed you the degrees. That's blood, sweat, and tears that I did. I'm studying how to format legal documents. So I went and started a business. And I got 26 cases in. I'm finna file 27. I got 4 cases. The reason why I'm doing in this car is because of a legal case. I'm saying this is affecting my whole life. I'm saying what else? There ain't no other job or work that I'm going to do, whether she win, lose, or draw or whatever. My work isn't Legal Wars Live. This ain't even a business. Legal Wars Live ain't even a business. It's a subsidiary of, if anything, of a Miller Wright Legal. A Miller Wright Legal is the business. That's why I started the podcast. I'm saying politics ain't gonna get serious until you get bread. I think I seen something in here I could show y'all so y'all don't think I'm lying. So you don't think I'm lying. I hope it's in here so I could show you so you can know. I'm telling you the truth. Politics ain't gonna get serious until I make the money. You talk about off of this podcast. Nah, it's not. But I had a picture of one of my checks that I had got. You know what I'm saying? I did like 2 or 3 documents. It took me like 20 hours and I made 10 racks off of 20 hours of work. 2 or 3 documents. I should have made 25, 30,000. But I'm just a paralegal and I want to secure the win. So I made 10 racks. Took me 20 hours, did 2 or 3 documents. I've been doing that for the last 3 years. Only reason I'm in the situation is because, you know what I'm saying, I didn't file a case 14 months. I just got paid off a case. I had a couple little dust cases. I filed them and got paid off of them, but it wasn't really nothing with some money. I'm in the money cases now. Yeah, bro, I don't care what nobody say. I'm 10 toes on what I'm doing, on my mission, man. I uphold U.S. law. You see what I'm saying? I'm a disabled veteran. And I'm saying if you pull up to this parking lot and you know I'm a disabled veteran, but you still discriminate against me, do whatever, when I sue you, I'm protecting every disabled veteran that come behind me. Because if you would discriminate against me, then you probably have discriminated against 999 disabled veterans before me, and you're going to discriminate against 999 disabled veterans after me. For whatever your reason is, whenever someone around me comes and you able to discriminate or retaliate against me, and you think it's cool and it's okay, I'm saying if you get away with that, you're going to discriminate against the next person that come like me. So when I sue you, and you get that 30,000, imagine if you go out there and you go speed and you get pulled over and you got a $30,000 ticket. When you think you're going to speed again? Unless you Elon and $30,000 is a couple of pennies for you. But I'm saying if you're a person like me and $30,000 is probably 2/3 of what you're going to make for the whole year, maybe 3/4 of what you're going to get for the whole year. You see what I'm saying? If you're a person like me, and that's like 3/4 of what you're gonna make for the whole year, and you know you're gonna get a $30,000 ticket if you speed. You think you're gonna speed? How fast? You're gonna be going 5 miles under the speed limit. They're gonna give you a ticket for going too slow. You see what I'm saying? If you gotta go to work at 8, you're gonna leave the house at 5 o'clock. You can't afford to pay that $30,000. Well, that's the purpose of me suing you, and the reason why I need to win these lawsuits, and the reason I guarantee I win. Because whenever I sue you and I hold you accountable for discriminating on that disabled veteran, on me, myself, disabled veteran, then you're gonna think twice about doing it to the next one. That's how you get rid of the civil law, the civil disobedience. That's how you get rid of it. You tax them. If they keep doing it, you know what I'm saying? If a girl get raped at a business, you know what I'm saying? And you put the dude in say it was a case I had where a girl got accused of business. She said she had got the manager. He molested. He pretty much tried to rape her in the bathroom, bro. You know what I'm saying? She went and told the owners. They didn't do nothing about it. They act like she was just lying. You feel what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is she go call the police, say they locked the dude up. But what about the business owners? It happened on their property. They knew about it, didn't do nothing about it. They got to pay for that. You sue them. You know what I'm saying? Situation like that, if the judge found that business guilty, bro, he can impose fines too. They'll shut your business down. Civil law. You know, Fox News got sued for how many? 777 what? $1 million, almost $1 billion. Right? Or no, I think it was 777 million, something like that. 700 something million. I think it was almost $1 trillion. $1 billion, if almost $1 trillion. I might be wrong about that. I can fact check. I ain't that worried about it. It was a whole lot of money. That's civil cases. When George Floyd family sued Minneapolis for them 45 M's, that's a civil case. It's a lot more power, in my opinion, in civil cases than criminal cases. That might sound funny. You might say a judge could put somebody in jail for life or give them a death chamber in a criminal case. Maybe so. But I'm saying in a civil case, you could shut a city down. You feel me? In a civil case, you would shut a whole city down. You're talking about a judge and one person in life. Shoot, I'll bankrupt your city. Come take 45 M's from your city. You know what I'm saying? Even a city like New York with a $120 million budget. But I'm saying, Mandami, for the $120 million, he trying to get money from somewhere else, raise taxes to get that $120 million. So New York can't afford to lose $40 million. They're trying to raise taxes to get $120 million. They trying to get money. They can't afford to nobody can afford. So that's why Minneapolis is like they are. That's why Mayor Fraud, when all that stuff happened to George Floyd, man, shoot. Ain't no Minneapolis police getting sued. Ain't no Minnesota police getting sued. Quite contrary, the community cool with them now. They hate the federal police now. They hate ICE. See what I'm saying? That's that civil lawsuit. Minneapolis, they had a police officer who put the knee on the neck of a black man and killed him. So we gonna give you a ticket for $45 million, and let's see if you gonna do it again. Shoot, you go back in front of that same court. Then if they had a situation like that judge, bro, I'm talking about that judge don't care about the politics and the federal government. He care, but he don't care like that. He gonna execute a strong fine again. Next time he might pay $90 million. He put you in a hole you can't get out of. He don't care who you are. You could be the city. You could be the federal government. You could be the state. You could be a regular person. You could be a business. It don't matter. That's civil law. That thing powerful. You don't understand that. Y'all don't understand what it is. You just don't get it. FBI. He said he a lawyer and he taking his client to his lawyer client. Well, if you got a lawyer client, then you already know what time it is. You feel what I'm saying? If you got a lawyer client, then you already know what time it is. Guys, tomorrow, we have an election in the state, the great state of Texas, tomorrow. Yes, indeed. How many of y'all in the stream from Texas? Y'all gonna go vote? How many of y'all going to vote? I'm just gonna play a couple of things for y'all. You know what I'm saying? This your girl Cardi B. How many of y'all know Cardi B?
Just got $200,000 for their car accident.
Probably ain't none of y'all. Ain't none of y'all in the live stream know Cardi B. Maybe one or two of y'all. But here go your girl Cardi B, though.
Listen up, y'all. Early primary voting is happening right now in Texas, and we need Jasmine Crockett to win. She is running for U.S. Senate, and if you want somebody that's going to fight for your right, if you want somebody to fight for your community, if you want somebody that's going to go up there and represent you and represent your issues, please vote for my sister Jasmine Crockett. Because one thing about it, she's gonna fight her best. She's gonna fight whoever she has to, so your voice and your problems can be heard. Vote right now. Discount.
Guys, that's tomorrow. Y'all heard Cardi B. She said go vote for her sister Jasmine Crockett, baby. Y'all feel me? That's a commercial.
Happy Valentine's Day, y'all.
That's Miss Jasmine right there. Yes, indeed.
I wanted to ask about Nicki Minaj.
Hold up, let's see. We don't want to talk about Nicki
What's the
Minaj.
political risk that you are willing to take that you feel like your opponent would not take in order to win the U.S. Senate seat?
I think that I will do the edgy things, the things that the political consultants will never tell you to do. Because right now, people are hurting. This isn't about games. It's not about politics as usual. It's not about who sounds as clean as possible. It is about tapping into the rawness of this moment. I've been to Minneapolis and heard the story.
You feel that? You know what I'm saying? It's about doing what the political consultants wouldn't tell you to do. How many people would have told you that you're going to get over 1.4 million people who going to vote in this Democratic primary? That's more than in 2022, and that's more than in 2018. How many people told you that? I'm saying if less than 400,000 people vote tomorrow, then that means that that's going to be like I don't know. Because I'm saying Beto O'Rourke, he got like 600,000 votes in his Democratic primary in 2018. He ran against two people. And those two people together got about 500,000 votes. So he won by 100,000 votes. And 1.2 million people voted. I believe more than 1.2 million people will vote. I think you have probably about 400,000 minimum people who are going to show up to the polls to vote tomorrow. Minimum 400,000. You might get up to 1 million. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people don't early vote. Some people do early vote. You know what I'm saying? Tuesday, it's tomorrow, baby. Tomorrow night. Jasmine out there right now, she pushing it. Push it to the limit. If y'all haven't liked the video, y'all double tap the screen for me. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell, guys. Get down there in the comment section. You said she never took care of her constituents, man. You smoking that good crack. You know when y'all come across people who smoke crack, you smoking that good crack. You know what I'm gonna do for you real quick, since you said she never took care of her constituents. You know what I'm saying? If y'all called in or y'all came on, somebody jumped in the chat, you know what I'm saying? But you know, I'm standing with Representative Crockett. You said she never took care of her constituents. That's what he said. Just give me a second. I know you ain't got social media, and I know you don't follow her, because she done posted probably about 1,000 early vote people who posted on Instagram. Thousand people who voted on Instagram, and they posted them voting, talking about all she has done for them. I'll get that for y'all, though. You know what I'm saying? You know I'm going to get them videos for you. Bro, you want me to find a video on the internet in 30 seconds of somebody talking about Jasmine Crockett? I don't have Instagram on this phone. That's all I got to do. Go to TikTok, go to Instagram, or go to social media, to Facebook. Excuse me. And it's so easy. Look, to find people talking good about Jasmine and what she's done. You see what I'm saying? I never lived in the 30th in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? You talk about me, I could tell you that I know for a fact Jasmine will fight for you. I know for 1,000%. If you needed something from the federal government, that's her job. I know she'll do it. I know she'll do it. 10,000%. It's a bunch of campaign stop. I'm looking for one of her voters. I just gotta find it, but I seen it on social media, homie. Ain't nobody, it don't matter. You could come on here and say whatever you want to. That's not gonna change the reality of what's finna happen tomorrow. Ain't nothing I'm doing on this live stream, ain't nothing you saying, ain't none of this gonna change the reality of what's gonna happen tomorrow. That's already been said. That motion is too big too big to read. You feel me? That motion been already set. Them black voters out, the record turnouts out, they coming out tomorrow. It's already set. Ain't nothing y'all could say that's gonna change that. Y'all could want Jasmine to lose. Y'all could want Ghost to lose. Y'all could want the white boy to win. It don't matter.
After a car,
ain't none of that gonna help nothing.
First concerns people have.
This the only thing that matter. What I'm finna play, y'all.
Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett is making her case to East Texas voter.
This the only thing that matter right here.
Voter engagement are key to changing the political landscape in Texas. When asked, noting rising bankruptcy.
This all that matter right here. What you talking about don't mean nothing.
We're outvoting the Republicans, am I right?
Hold on, let me start this over for you. Cause I'm saying, look, before Jasmine got on the ticket, when were y'all out? When the Democrats was out voting the Republicans in Texas? Cause y'all know you ain't finna say that's because of James Tellerico, man. I know you ain't finna say that. So before Jasmine got on the ticket, when the Democrats outvoted the Republicans in Texas? All right.
The Republicans, am I right? So everybody been telling us for years, the only way we're gonna win is if we go out and beg Republicans to vote for our candidate. We have enough Democrats in the state of Texas to win. November. You gotta come back out. You gotta stay engaged. And we gotta bring more people because they are really upset, y'all. But more importantly, there is no way for the Republicans to get the White House back without Texas. Just like they ain't got their hands back on Georgia quite yet, they can't afford to fight for Texas. So y'all keep making them mad. Y'all keep showing up every day.
You don't get the strategy, Playboy. You don't get the strategy. You said, first of all, sir, do you live in the state of Texas? That's the first question I had. So if you don't live in the state of Texas, you can't vote anyway. That's number one. Number two, what does Tellerico have to offer? That's my question. What has Tellerico done for his constituents? That's my question. What has John Cornyn done for the people of Texas? Because I'm saying I could look up, and I done read you off a list of what Jasmine Crockett, the work that she's done. But you asked specifically what she done for a constituent. So I'm going to get you one of them 1,000 people who out there posting, I voted for Jasmine. Yeah, it's a bunch of them. You just got to follow her or see it on social media. You know what I'm saying? But like somebody, what y'all fail to realize or understand, like what your opinions of her to me is completely irrelevant. It doesn't matter. I got opinions of politicians too, but I'm saying it doesn't matter, man. It's about getting the voters to the polls, and it's about our individual opinions. You could get any idiot at any given time, and I'm not calling you an idiot, but I'm saying you could get anybody at any time to say anything for any reason and I mean, that's just life. But I'm saying it's not going to affect what the people in Dallas know. Why does Dallas have record turnout in the election? Why are so many people in Dallas County going to vote? That's my look. Where you at? 2N. Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. 2N. Don't go nowhere. 2N. Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. 2N. Don't go nowhere now. You know, I'm always going to one up them on the conversation, on the argument. The question was, what is Jasmine Crockett doing for her constituents? He going to try to ask a question I want to get the number. Hold on a second. I got you. Too explosive. Where you went? Don't go nowhere yet. $135,000 Democratic votes in Dallas County. This all the votes right here. Who is this? This KXCan. Let me put this in here for y'all so y'all can see it. 135,000. I'm saying, why they are all them people showing up to vote in Dallas County then? I'm trying to figure it out. I'm just wondering why they all showing up to vote in Dallas County. That's all I'm wondering. 135,000 showed up to vote for the Democrats, 45,000 for the Republican. Yeah, I got to put this in here though, because you got to see that difference. You got to see the difference. I'm just trying to find out. I know he ain't in the chat no more. I know he done took off. You know what I'm saying? I just want to know why. All I'm trying to figure out is why all them people showing up to vote in Dallas County. Somebody said they want Texas turn bright blue. Bobby says, I know what Jasmine is doing. I know how she's doing it 100%. She's fighting for her people. She's standing with them and she don't back down. Name for Mother Tyler Green. She don't back down. She's standing. She's standing with the people, 10,000%. I'm just trying to figure out if she ain't doing nothing for her constituents. I'm trying to figure out why so many people in Dallas County are going to vote. Since she don't do nothing for her constituents. And see, if you say it's a high voter turnout in Houston, you could say, oh, well, it's because it's black. She black. You know, all the black people going to vote for Jasmine because she black. So you could use a because she black excuse for Houston. But I'm saying it's going to be hard for you to do that with Dallas County, bro. It's going to be hard. Because that's the county she from. And they turning out. I'm saying with no, she spent what, 5 million, 6 million? Tellerico spent over 20 million. He gonna spend like 25 million. So I'm saying why he gotta spend he's spending the money to get his voters, people to come vote for him. I'm saying she's spending a fifth of what he's spending, a quarter of what he's spending. Why so many people in Dallas showing up to vote? Record turnout. Why? I just want to know why. Orange Nelly, what's up, baby? I just want to know why. Somebody, Congresswoman said Crockett is a powerhouse, and that's 10,000% right. Whether they want to admit it or not, that's 10,000% right. He said she could be making millions as a lawyer, and she chooses to fight for the people. Man, I love that. No wonder you no wonder you a moderator. No wonder. I'm saying Dallas knows it. So you hear somebody in Wisconsin, you hear somebody they in Massachusetts, or you hear somebody they in New York City up here with ghosts. Y'all, they don't know. She don't represent them. Dallas know it. You asking what has she done for her constituents or her community? They came and showed you. That's why you got record turnout in Dallas. The neighboring county, Tarrant County, you got record turnout in Tarrant County. She got two big counties. You could say in Houston, in Harris County, they turning out because she black, and you might be right. You could say in this part over here in Texas, in Killeen, it's a bunch of black people, ghosts. That's why they voting for her. You might be right. But I'm talking about in Dallas County, where I'm saying early voting after 5 days, 6 days was at 300%. More than 300%. Some cases 500%. All them Democrats, all them voters, they weren't voting in 2022 in Dallas. They didn't vote in 2018. They didn't even vote in the presidential elections. They didn't vote in 24. They didn't vote for Biden in 2020, some of them. But they coming out the woodworks. They coming out the woodworks for Jasmine in Dallas County. So for the people who ask what's she doing for her constituents, they showing you what she doing. They showing up for. You know what I'm saying? He ain't say what James Tellerico doing for his constituents. He didn't say that because James Tellerico in the State House, you don't expect the white boy to have to do nothing for his constituents. You don't expect the white boy. But for Jasmine, though, you want to hold her to a level that's way up here, out of reach. We don't care. That's why y'all going to lose tomorrow. You're going to be crying tomorrow, sir. Yeah. He's going to be crying some real tears. My boy said, looking for a good echo chamber, no pushback. Hey, whatever you want to say, my boy. But I'm saying you ain't. I'm saying who's supposed to push back? Dude, come up in here talking smack, bro. That's cool. Y'all can feel whatever y'all want to. I could care less. No one cares. Who cares? I'm saying it's Texas politics. That's the politician I'm running with. And if you check the live streams, I do not talk about Jasmine every single day. So the people are like, it doesn't matter, bro. I'm just delivering that strategy. That strategy needs to be delivered. We delivering the strategy for Jasmine Crockett, period. here on Legal Wars Live. We delivering a strategy for Jasmine Crockett. I don't need no accolades or no handshakes or no claps on the back. All I need is them predictions to hit. I need 1.4 million people to show up. I mean, so I'm 400,000 short. I need Jasmine to win with 800,000 votes. I need the Republicans to get outvoted tomorrow. They already losing and being outvoted. And then my fourth prediction is I need Jasmine to win. I need 4 predictions. That's all I care about. I don't need 20,000 people in the stream or 100 people in the stream. I don't need that. It's just strategy. There's a different purpose besides just doing a podcast or trying to entertain you, talking about something that's entertaining. I'm giving you straight real content. I'm giving you the reason how she gonna win this election. Her whole strategy laid out for you right before your eyes. Dissected it. Completely dissected it. And if she wins, then everything else, all the chatter gonna go to sleep. And if she don't win, then hey, she didn't win. We gonna find out though. I'm not worried or scared about nothing. All I need to know is because for what didn't already happen, I know that she in the lead. I know she winning right now. As many black people showed up to vote, she winning. With the black vote being a standard 20 to 25%, then he probably would win. But once you get that black vote to 35, 40%, he don't have a chance. That was the strategy, run the game. All it's about is execute. Executing is a celebration. Ghost was right. Know what he's talking about. That's all I need to prove that I know what I'm talking about. I don't need 10,000 views. I don't need 100,000 views. I don't need nothing. I need to prove that I know what I'm talking about. That's it. And her to win that election. Strategy right. Check. He know what he's talking about. Check. That's all I need. Next. My boy says she speaks the truth to power. She ain't never scared, never backing down. And Texas is blue. You know what I'm saying? That's what ghosts do. That's why I like her so much. Somebody said Jasmine took money from APAC. You a lie, bro. Prove that. Put that in the stream and prove that. That's what I'm saying. Y'all say anywhere, anything. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna say something. I ain't even gonna respond to that idiotic stuff. I'm sorry, you don't even know you said FBAs in Texas. You don't know how many people you know in Texas, sir. That's what I'm saying. Your opinion is not gonna affect nothing that's gonna happen in Texas. Your opinion ain't gonna affect no kind of election. That's what y'all don't realize. And I don't care what y'all opinions are. Listen, for the live streams, when I'm trying to entertain you, I'll entertain you as best as I could. I'm really not an entertainer. I'm a litigator. I showed y'all that. So for the live streams where yesterday we talked about some news, tomorrow we gonna talk about news. Today is the day before a big election. And at the end of the live stream tomorrow, I'm going to tell y'all again about Jasmine and the big election. And then on Wednesday morning, we going to find out why. You feel me? We going to find out what it is on Wednesday morning. You know what I'm saying? All that flapping don't do nothing for my ears. You know what I'm saying? You go against trillionaires, that flapping, you going to hear so much flapping. You go against rich, powerful people, you know, they got their flunkies and junkies who be following them. And they gonna attack you. I'm used to being attacked by crash dummies. I ain't listening to what no crash dummies say. Jasmine to move. Show me she not to move. The only way you gonna show me she not to move by about midnight or right before midnight on Wednesday night or Tuesday night, tomorrow night, about midnight. That's the only way you could show me she not to move. Other than that, anything you say on this live stream, boy, don't mean nothing. We gonna find out. I ain't ducking no smoke. Not on no politics, not in the law, and not on nothing. We ain't scared of nothing, boy. We ain't ducking no smoke. We gonna turn out that block. I gave you the strategy. I told you how we gonna beat you. You see what I'm saying? Jasmine telling you, but she ain't breaking it down. I broke it down, simplified it, numbers and everything. This is how we gonna beat you. We ain't ducking nothing, boy. So all that flapper trapping don't mean nothing. Show me tomorrow at 11 p.m. You see what I'm saying? I go live for you tomorrow at 11 p.m. Show me tomorrow at 11 p.m. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to just come in this live stream and I'm going to do just like this. That's the maturity in me. When I was younger and I won a case, not younger, I guess. When I run a case, this is what I would do before. This is what I do to him, Jazzy. Jazzy, baby girl. Baby girl, Jazzy, baby girl. Jazzy, baby girl. Hey, I'm going to have to hide that Marjorie Taylor Greene video. Now I'm just... Jasmine, I don't think she like that video. I'm going to have to make that Marjorie Taylor Greene video. I'm going to make that members contest of Jasmine Casey. I don't think my baby liked that video, babe. I'm sorry. Listen, I'm just trying to expand. Like I'm a independent, and I want to expand the tent. The Democrats don't understand that. But when you saw her leave and attack President Trump, and she was coming to your side, Jasmine, that's helping y'all cause, baby. I'm talking about she was. Think about that. Y'all not thinking about that. She was goated in President Trump army. Before Kristi Noem and Pam Bondi she was like and Susie, I forgot about Susie Wiles. I got to respect her. But I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying? Marjorie Taylor Greene, she was the highest ranking MAGA female, period. And I'm saying him losing her and Charlie Kirk, you know what I'm saying? I don't see how in the world they think they got a chance of winning the midterms. That's what I'm saying. Jasmine, she just don't understand the battle, you know what I'm saying? Because that was some personal stuff, but, it wasn't that at that time, but it's more of what that is, Because I think baby girl gonna win tomorrow, so, you know what I'm saying? I'm riding 10 toes with it. She say, I'm just, okay, whatever that is, I gotta be loyal. That's that loyalty. Only thing she can't do, she can't make me a Democrat. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? Whatever that is, I'm going to ride with that. That's real talk, though. You know what I'm saying? Baby girl, she real. If you don't know it, that's on you. Go to Dallas. Move to Dallas. Go to Dallas and talk. Go to the hood in Dallas and talk to the people and tell me she ain't real. But you know what I'm saying? Oh, my bad, y'all. Got to let the commercials play. You know what I'm saying? Can't skip. We ain't going to skip the commercials. I'm just playing. This how I used to do them, though. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
what's up, President T? It's Big Ghost Rider, baby.
I used to stun on them when I won cases, y'all.
President T, all my haters, man, they said I was having a moment, man.
Stun on them when I won cases. You know what I'm saying? I used to stun on them.
Because they was trying to stop.
I mean, some of y'all get them $1,500 checks a week, bro. You know what I'm saying? I remember them days. I don't do that. When I get a check, boy, it's going to be some bands. It's going to be some bands. I used to stun on them. I get paid, I ain't even gonna stun on them no more. I ain't even gonna tell nobody I got paid until they start talking smack. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Tuesday night at 11 o'clock, I ain't even gonna stun on y'all because I already know what I'm talking about. It ain't about me being right in what I'm saying. The only thing that had to happen is she had to do what it took to get those people to go vote. That's all she had to do. Push them out there, Jasmine. Mobilize them, push them. I'm saying the hard part in converting this 10-step process of getting a person to go vote, or a 7-step process, I don't know how many steps y'all got, mine's only 7, in converting a voter. You know what I'm saying? We're not trying to even do all that, really. We're trying to really fire up the base and then just go register new voters. But I'm saying all those processes, you could do that in the general. We ain't worried about none of that. All we trying to do is go get them voters already registered who ain't voting. We trying to get them involved. That's what we trying to do. And if you could do that, baby girl, that's the wrap. That's the election. Everything that the Democratic Party been trying to do, you gonna do it. You go just what Beto O'Rourke did. You do the same process where you came that close, except you got a black candidate, so you gonna get a lot more black voters. And those black voters, you got the numbers. When you get those black voters, a lot more black voters, then that gets you over that 3%. That's the strategy. It's simple. It's easy. And I gave it to you raw. Broke it all the way down. All you got to do is rewind the live stream. That's how she going to win. How many people in this stream? I don't care. Echo chamber? I don't care. Whatever you want to say, I don't care. I care about 4 things. 1.4 million minimum. I need 400,000 people to show up tomorrow. Minimum. Okay? I need her to win with 800,000 votes. That's 2 of them. And the 4th one, I need the Democrats to keep their numbers over the Republicans. And if I know what I'm talking about, that's all I care about. You said, look, the dude ain't saying nothing about Jasmine, and he talking about a cracked phone. He watching me on a live phone right now, and he talking about a cracked phone. Like a child. Like a child. This a backup phone. Boy, this phone ain't even, well, you got 2 phones? You got 2 working phones. I'm saying that's not your job. This ain't for no job. This just a phone. I ain't supposed to have this. I just kept it. And I got the computer, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just kept it. And I use it because of the computer. I'm saying this dude like a light. You got, like, these people, y'all got mind of children. You got a child's mind, man. You got to think like a grown. Orange and Nelly said they mobilized. Yeah, I already know, baby. They already mobilized. That's why them numbers like that. Dallas County, Harris County, even Travis County, Bexar County, all them counties. They mobilize. It's only about 5 or 6 counties that's going to decide this election. Really, Dallas County, Tarrant County, Harris County, and Travis County. That's where the election's decided. Dallas County, she won it. He might win Travis. She win Harris County. It's a wrap. Black voters, it's a wrap. It's a million ways to skin a cat. And we picked our way to skin a cat, and we ran with our way to skin a cat. All we got to do is take it to the bank. And then tomorrow, Orange and Nelly, when you see Ghost Rider live, hope you heard that notification bell. We just going to sit in the stream, and we're going to do this. It's going to be a big echo chamber tomorrow. Ain't none of y'all haters going to show up tomorrow, man. You said put the phone down before you hurt yourself. Nah, bro. How am I hurt myself picking up the phone? That's the one y'all be doing that, calling the police on people. Oh, listen, y'all think these people up here, they think ratting is cool. You think being a rat is cool. Oh, I'm going to go rat. I'm going to call the police on you. That's all you do, bro. Call the police on people. I'm saying you saying put the phone down before I hurt myself. Y'all need to put the phone down before y'all hurt yourself. Because I'm suing y'all. Every time y'all call the police on me, you getting sued. Every time. NTZ Clouds, what's up, baby? Yeah, it is. It ain't just lighting up. It's working. What he's saying, he's still lighting up. It's working. I'm saying, look, it's lighting up. It's working.
You know what I'm saying? And I got the most money I ever had in my
Internet
life.
and everything. What we talking about?
So
it do everything that this phone could do. You feel me? So I'm saying, what's that? I mean, that's crazy, bro. It's not, I mean, I could see if this was my regular phone. And he talking smack about my regular phone being cracked. Yeah, that's why I got this phone, you don't. That's why I got this phone. It's just a crack. Everything I have is supposed to be perfect. Like everything you have, I'm not the person you are. You got to understand that, man. I come from a different place you came from. I see life different than you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like you look at life, it's supposed to be a well-scripted picture. That's not reality, though. A lot of people don't live in reality. That might be your reality, but people's reality change all the time. I don't want to get too deep for you. I know a lot of y'all ain't this smart. Man, if you say so, bro. You put this boy in timeout. He ain't talking about nothing. He come back, y'all. We gotta put him quiet for a few minutes. You know what I'm saying? Orange Nelly says, I run a phone till it's busted because of the exploration. I don't never get, bro, I might have had a cover on my phone one time. Real talk. Like every phone that I've owned in my life, when that BlackBerry first came out, that was the first smartphone I had. So every phone I had in my entire life, you know what I'm saying? I might have had one cover on the phone. Every phone I have don't have a cover. So this phone don't have a cover. If that phone busts, I'm going to go get another one. That's what happened with this phone. You see what I'm saying? It busted. I went and got another one. But I'm saying I still got the phone. I could still use it for backup purposes. Why wouldn't I use it? You know what I'm saying? I'm supposed to have a clean, perfect man. I don't got time for that nonsense, bro. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? I can't afford 2 iPhones, my boy. Maybe you can. I don't see the purpose in it to having 2 iPhones unless you need it for work or something, or unless you running some hookers or something. You cheating on your wife. But hey, whatever floats your boat, who cares? But I'm saying you sit here making a big deal about a cracked cell phone. It's not even my real cell phone. But I ain't got time. My mind, you looking for something on me to show that I'm not perfect. I'll show you stuff that I'm not perfect myself. Who cares, bro? Ain't nobody got time. My mind ain't in no little kid place, bro. That's a little child mindset. I can't do the little child, little Cootieville stuff with y'all, man. I can't do it. You got to be in that mind frame on your own. I got cases to file. I got lawsuits to file. I got stuff to do, baby. Somebody said me and Monica still talk. I don't know what you talking about, bro. You trying to be funny. I don't talk to nobody. I ain't got time for no imbecile stuff, bro. NTZ Claus says, I got 3 phones. I got 3 phones with cracked screens sitting right beside me. I'm saying once the screen crack, what we do? We get another phone. A lot of times you don't throw the phone away. You know what I'm saying? Especially some people be paying $1,400 for a phone. You crack the screen, you could go get the screen fixed. You might use it as a backup phone. Why I'm gonna throw the phone away and everything else on it? It's just got a cracked screen. But I'm real and authentic. I'll come out in public and say it. Like I don't care about these people. Like they try, like we live our lives trying to please other people. I'm not gonna show this phone on the screen because it's got a crack. And it made me look like I'm broke or I'm not, whatever. Like, so I'm not going to show a cracked phone screen on the... I don't see that's what y'all going to get with ghosts. You're going to get a realness. You're not going to see with no one else. Now, you know, if it's a female, your girl, you know, they more into keeping images and looking like something. But I'm more into being who I am. I got a cracked phone screen and I want to show you a picture. The only reason why I won't do this and I turn it like this, if I don't have to show you a screen, I'm not going to. Because you can't see it. Or it's hard to see. Why would I show you a screen that you can't see? That's retarded. So that's why I turn it like this. But I'm saying if I want you to see something, hopefully you can make it. You feel me? Bro, come on, man. Hey, Nick, he was talking about the phone, so that's what I talked about. I'm going to talk about whatever he talk about. This what time it is in the chat. I jump down in the chat, man, and I get down with whatever people saying. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the bot's talking about. You feel me? We started off talking about Jasmine, man. Like, I'm saying, like, had a great stream, man. I got the content out, you know? And it's like, what I'm trying to say, that's all that matters. It's that important. Because the results of it is going to play out right before your eyes tomorrow. And I'm saying while They were saying this to run the election in D.C. They were saying you run the election like this. Somebody, I forgot where they said they was from, wherever y'all from, Wisconsin, wherever y'all from. Y'all saying the National Democratic Party saying run the election like this. We ran it like that. And we going to win that election running it like that. That's what we did a live stream about. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know every time we do a live stream, we going to end up talking about something. People, they just make up stuff in their mind. Somebody will look at me and they'll just make up some, oh, I bet you his ear, he got wax in his ears. And then so you walking around like trying to convince me that something wrong with me, but you something wrong. You going to just say something wrong with me that's not true. And you're going to go around spreading it and keep saying it to yourself and other people like I'm supposed to get down with what you're saying. Like you going to convince some psyop stuff like Candace be talking about. Like you going to convince me that something wrong with me because you saying it. Hey, it works on people, though. People that stupid. They'll keep telling you something in your ears and they going to make you be what they say you going to be. You see what I'm saying? A dude think he said that about my disability. It's so many people who got disabilities who's working and coping. I had a disability. I was just working and coping. You didn't tell me that I had. He gonna make me have a disability because he kept on saying it. No, stupid. I've been knowing I had a disability. You know what I'm saying? I just addressed it when I felt like addressing it, like I do with everything else in my life. You ain't finna go walk around. You could convince them stupid people. You can't do that with me. You gonna keep saying something to me and you expect me to listen or believe what you say. That ain't gonna work with me. You say whatever you want to. He gonna just say something and then just walk around like what you saying is true because you said it. I ought to try that out. Hey, I got $1 million. Now I'm finna get out the car and I'm finna walk around and act like I got $1 million. It's true because I said it. You can't create your own reality, bruh. You gonna make a reality about me that's not true that you just saying it and you think it's I'm supposed to look, you could get them to go with it, create the reality and everybody around me going the wrong way and we good. I ain't got no problems with that. You know what I'm saying? That's how I get paid off people. I get paid for suing them. But what I'm saying is you can't convince me of them lies you telling. You convince yourself and you can convince them. You're not going to convince me. I'm not no peon. You know what I'm saying? You ain't going to convince a real one of what you saying and doing. Exactly. The bombs dropping in Iran. Exactly. Guys, if y'all hadn't liked the video, I ask that y'all double tap the screen for you. Bye! Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all hit that notification bell, guys. I know it's kind of early right now. Yeah, I seen that. Iranians are chanting, thank you, President Trump. There's a lot of them. You know, the people who supported him, you know what I'm saying, like supported the Ayatollah, like, you know, they having 40 days of mourning across Iran. But yeah, there was a lot of Iranians in America. I think there's like 8 million. I heard Iranians in America. There's a lot of Iranians in America and abroad outside of Iran who are very satisfied with President Trump and what he decided to do. That's facts. And then, of course, the Democrats, they feel a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? I guess it's just it just depends on where y'all want to stand on the spectrum, on the political spectrum. Depends on where you stand. And that's facts. Oh, he said Trump asked for a ceasefire. He need to. You see what I'm saying? I'm saying, like, really to me, like, if your objective was regime change, I mean, they dropped 1,000 bombs. They hit 1,000 targets. 1,000. I'm saying you got to do that for 3 weeks. It take 3 weeks. If you hit 1,000 targets in 2 days and you can't finish that in a week, then them extra 2 weeks ain't gonna help you. You trying to crush every building in Iran? I'm saying, how many buildings in Iran? You hit 1,000 targets in 2 days. And if I'm not mistaken, it was just the Americans who hit 1,000 targets in 2 days. I ran over there. I heard something about the UK, other countries, like, Saudi Arabia probably going to join. I'm saying, like, I don't see no reason President Trump should be flying sorties come next Monday in Iran. There's no way that the American military should be flying sorties over Iran come next Monday. Somebody said Cuba's next. Nah, bro. I think that's where you gonna mess up with Cuba. It's too much. You finna go try to do Cuba right now? Boy, them people gonna be in Cayman. They gonna be looking for President Trump, man. You got too much going on, bro. You need to chill. Like you did with Venezuela. You went and handled Iran. Finish that situation first. He talking about Cuba. You talking about Cuba, bro. Like, finish that situation first. I heard somebody say, and I'm going to call your name if I could, Lindsey Graham. Lindsey Graham said that it ain't America's problem to, bro, what? So it ain't America's problem to find the next leader, Iran. But so you going to go kill the leader, Iran, and you saying it's not your problem to find the next leader. Okay. Keep saying that. Because Iran going to find their next leader, and it's going to be Adolf Hitler. And so when the Iranian Adolf Hitler come out here and he start killing people, I'm going to call you, Lindsey Graham, on this crack phone. Hey, Lindsey, I'm going to call you on this crack phone, and I'm going to say, hey, can I speak to Senator Graham? And they're going to say, this boy insane. No, Senator Graham cannot come to the phone. Can I ask who's speaking? And I'm going to say, hey, listen. This is what I want to say. Y'all give a message to Senator Lindsey Graham. Lindsey Graham, I forgot what show he went on. I forgot I seen him on. I think that was Christian Welker, so I don't remember. What's she on, NBC or something? And so I seen him say that. He came on there. He said the mothership is sinking. He's talking about Iran. And then he said, it's not our problem to replace the dictator. To replace it. What? Okay, it's not your problem. So you went and killed this one and you done raised up Adolf Hitler. And Adolf Hitler, he ain't religious, so he ain't got no moral nothing. He gonna get 3 atomic bombs, and he hate Israel and America even more. You're not fixing the problem. If you don't get the right leader in Iran, you're not gonna fix the problem. You might make it worse. They might not be good or do business with America, but what about Israel? The problem is America. He said death to America. The Iranians really don't have a problem with America. They do, but it's not because of America. It's because of Israel. Senator Graham, the problem with Iran is Israel. That's what the problem is. So you saying that, oh, well, we don't care if they do business with America and we don't care about who their leader is. Well, I know Bibi ain't saying nothing like that. Because Bibi know whoever their leader is, he got to live next door to him. You feel that? So I'm saying that next leader that they get, he might be a straight Muslim Adolf Hitler. And might be worse to the nation of Israel than Iran ever was. I think it's important who takes over. Especially if you saying you doing this to free the people. Well, you ain't going to free the people if Adolf Hitler take over next. That's just what I think about that. Oh, you said Mossad P. This is an attack on the Middle East Muslim population. That's what NTZ Clause say. Yeah, it is an attack on the Middle East Muslim population. I don't think they doing it it ain't no ethnic cleansing or no stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look. Regardless of where we feel about it or which side of the issue we stand on, I'm saying, like, it ain't like that. The Ayatollah, it wasn't like he was a friend of America, or even if he wasn't a friend of America, he wasn't like a good guy or a friendly guy. I mean, the guy's a villain. I got a live stream on Thursday, President Trump killing all the villains. That's what's going on. He killing the villains. Maduro was a villain, man. You can't say that. The Ayatollah was a villain. Now, if you're saying President Trump don't have the authority to be doing that, that's a whole different conversation. But what I can say, one thing for certain and two things for sure, he is definitely killing the villains. Guys, it's 9 a.m. Eastern time out here in Big NY. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to come on here and I wanted to deliver this content the day before the election in the state of Texas. So tomorrow is the Texas primaries. You know what I'm saying? I did Jasmine for Texas, 8 episodes, and then I did about 4 or so episodes like this. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to go over the numbers and Jasmine's strategy. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you believe in something, you fight for it, you go out there, you do the work, and you just hope for the best. You know what I'm saying? But I'm 1,000% solid in the strategy that was executed. I believe that, you know what I'm saying, that she definitely is about to win this election. That's what I believe. Trump said, Alibaba, Adolf Hitler. Yo, President T, man. You know what I'm saying, man? I understand, like, you know, we do talk about Jasmine a lot on this live stream, man. That's just what it is. You know, and I know there's other topics for us to discuss, but anytime we get in an election cycle, you know what I'm saying, guys, we get closer and closer and closer to those midterms. People gonna tune in, man. They gonna be turning on their TV. They gonna be turning on. They gonna be turning, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's just, Texas is the first state, really, the first set of states, early primary. But this is the biggest race, the most important race out of all of them in the midterms. I'm sorry if it's boring to some of y'all, but it's just stuff that, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna cover. You know? Just stuff we gonna cover. You know, that's just what it is. I mean, I told you guys from the beginning that I supported Jasmine. You know what I'm saying? If AOC was in the contentious race, we would be doing AOC for New York. Jasmine for Texas and AOC for New York. I got to do at least one episode of AOC for New York. Hey, listen, it's just political strategy. Baby girl, she don't need no help, though. She gonna win her seat easily. She been there long enough. This is a tougher race for Jasmine. Them VP Harris and AOC and them, they run for president. I'm gonna be locked in with that, man. That's what I do. Y'all know this channel is political strategy. I told y'all from the get-go, I'm not really into the entertaining and everything. Y'all want me to talk about my cases with y'all all the time? Y'all want to talk about legal cases every day? You see what I'm saying? I know President Trump and them fighting a war and they got strategy, and you know I'm an independent, so I'm gonna talk about what the Republicans and stuff like that doing too. But I'm saying I just did a live stream on a Sunday. That's why I did it on a Sunday, so I could come up in here today and talk about Jasmine, because she got a race for tomorrow. There ain't no more strategy to give her. But if it was strategy to give her, you going to run the race to the end. So if I was covering it, providing strategy, I'm going to do it to the end. So today I went over the numbers to tell you why I'm solid, and I'm you know, for that W that's going to come tomorrow. You see what I'm saying? So after today, you know, the elections tomorrow, people are actually getting out there and voting. The only thing you could do is get on Instagram or TikTok or social or Facebook and tell people to go vote, go vote, go vote. But I'm saying, as far as the content, like we gonna move on. And then we're going to digress on Wednesday to go over the numbers, and then she going to be in the general election. You know what I'm saying? Guys, next Monday, we're going to start doing outside live streams, outside the car. Next Monday. You know what I'm saying? It's 17 degrees here in New York today. Next Monday, it's going to be in the 60s. You know what I'm saying? The spring is coming, man, and Tax the Rich tour is coming, man. I got some great live streams, some great content coming, man. I'm going to go start recording videos, all that stuff again, vlogs. I haven't recorded a vlog since Prince of Peace in December. This is March. I ain't recorded a vlog in almost 90 days. You see what I'm saying? It's been cold. It's been froze. You know what I'm saying? It's time to go explore, guys. The content coming. Soundman said he up in Brooklyn. What's up, BK, baby? You know what I'm saying? The content coming, baby. It's coming. But I'm saying in the meantime, in between time, we got an election. People saying, somebody said, I'm doing my legal documents, man. I'm finna file documents right now. But I'm saying the time I do spend, Legal Wars Live, putting it down for Jasmine. I'll finish the race. We got to finish the race. Guys, y'all know what time it is, man. We've been streaming for about 2 hours and 20 minutes. We started early. You guys want to donate to the channel, hit that button with that $sign in it, man. Y'all feel me? I ain't worried about y'all haters. You know what I'm saying? I don't worry about the haters. I don't worry about the coat. I sued the haters and I sued the coat, baby. It's Big Ghost Rider, man. You feel me? Y'all, I sued the haters and I sued the coat. I sued them all. I sue everybody, baby. Everybody. Hey, y'all, I'm sorry for that meth head that's obstructing the view. You know what I'm saying? Like, I put the camera up there for y'all to see it, and some meth head come and illegally park, want some attention. It's just a meth head, bro. I promise you. Look, I be out here, bro. Bro, I swear I be out here, bro. There's so many crackheads around here. Real talk. Everywhere I go, bro, it's crackheads everywhere. Did y'all seen that red SUV? You see how she parked, bro? She just come. Bro, I get everywhere I go, I get creepers like that. It's like, I don't know how they know I be recording a live stream. You see what I'm saying? Like, just people just come and sit in the car. I mean, not doing nothing, just looking at you, watching you. I have people like saying stuff, trying to get in the stream. I'm saying, listen, if I did the live stream where I'm just outside and I'm promoting and saying, hey, I'm finna be at such and such a so-and-so doing a live stream, y'all come down and see the live stream, ain't nobody gonna show up. You know what I'm saying? But then whenever I'm just trying to be private, like go to a private location, cause see, when I'm doing like, when I'm filming the vlogs, unless I'm doing an interview, you know what I'm saying? I really kind of need, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why it's hard, man. People who know this, man, maybe not for some people, look, I wave to her, you know, say bye to her, man. You know what I'm saying? She trying to get some kind of reaction from me like I'm a little third grader. Like, hey, that was like last week's stuff, bro. You know what I'm saying? She wanted to come get on the live stream. She could come get on the live stream, you know what I'm saying? But you got to be talking about some politics or something. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what else? I ain't trying to talk to her about nothing else, not ghosts. They get the line on you, you know what I'm saying? They'll come trying to get some clout off of you or something. You know, because a girl like, look, I told y'all about this female that I met in Michigan. She put a number in my phone and I did the next day. I never called her. That's where she made a mistake. She should have, instead of just put her number in my phone, she should, listen, when you put somebody, I know the girls who really try. Hey, look, when they put their number in your phone, they not just going to save it. They going to press dial. You see what I'm saying? And that way you got my number now, and then like you could like, you know, I guess she trying to play cool. But like if you trying to see me, you could call and ask. You might could catch me before I leave Michigan. I might change my mind. Who knows? But she didn't press down. So cause she didn't I talked to her for a long time. But you know what I'm saying? She had said something and it had caught my attention, and I was like, wait. I was like, oh, so you like to do A, B, and C? And she had came out straight out that she did a certain drug. I said, well, I ain't trying to embarrass her. That's why I never said that when I told y'all the story. I'm just not that type of dude. I ain't trying to stunt on nobody. She said, come meet a job and stuff like tomorrow and stuff. Like, really? She like, I mean, bro, you out here kicking it. I'm out here, I kick spot like 3 days out the week in Michigan and Portage. It was 2 lakes. And it was a road between 2 lakes. That's why I had Lake Michigan. And I started that like 4 a.m. in Michigan, bro. I do my legal work. I get up early. The court opened at 9. So that's just the processes I did. Like at 9 o'clock, I'm going to the court to file documents. You know, regular lawyers, they work within law office hours and they file the documents during the day while they're at work. I don't do that. I do all my work while everybody's asleep. And when the court opens, I'm filing my work. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I did. Like when I stayed at my daddy's, bro, like in the war room, the war room was about, I was suing everybody. You know what I'm saying? So like, man, like I was doing that 3-4 o'clock in Michigan. So like, you know, I had different spots that I go at different times. I'm bringing y'all content. Y'all remember in Michigan, that was some of the best content that I brought y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I'm bringing it to you like live outside. You see what I'm saying? In front of them lights. You know what I'm saying? That's what we finna do again. So I'm gonna have to start moving around. You know, I probably need to go to Rhode Island, go to Massachusetts. You know what I'm saying? Go back to Connecticut, you know, to bring you content. It's just about the content now. It's not just about me talking. I'm gonna entertain y'all a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying like, you know, I'm in Michigan, bro. I'm in a spot. It's like 5 o'clock. You know, like the park, like ain't nobody else coming through here now. This park closed early, you know what I'm saying? But like I just be in this, they don't mess with me. I just do kind of, they used to me. I'm always out here. They know I'm recording content. They know what I'm doing. They know I ain't bothering nobody by myself with the cameras out. So they don't fool with me. You see what I'm saying? So She pop up in here at this time. Whatever reason she here for, what's that to me? If I come up there and if you come, somebody come pay me some money and say, hey, go talk to this dude. He's stupid, try to get his money from him, and he stink. And this girl. And you pay me money to do it, and I go up there and talk to her and do that. I'm saying to you, to the girl, she don't know. I don't know what's going on. To me, she don't seem like she no plant or she was sent. She just seemed like a girl that was there chilling. So I started chopping it up with her. And I'm saying I was chopping it up with her for some hours until she said something about doing some kind of drug. I was like, what? You do what? No. And I'm saying she like the way she was saying, she like, I see your car around. I put this on my mama, dog. I seen your car around and like, I'm gonna get up with you, let you meet my tribe. And like she was doing all this, she was doing all that, bro. I promise on everything. So whatever she say about me, I don't care. It don't mean nothing to me. Because I know from that conversation and that interaction, I knew it's no way in the world. And I'm saying it was about that time anyway. I might have stayed 2 or 3 days, but people who know me, they don't call me ghost for a reason. I was ghosted on. I'll do that all the time. Bro, ask the people that know me, bro. I don't be calling no girl. You talking about in 2020. From 2020 to now, bro, you don't see who I'm chasing. I don't chase no girl. I don't chase nobody. I don't chase nothing but them cases. That's it. I told somebody that last night. So, man, I caught out. So if I catch out, she gonna, whatever you saying about me before she met me, she gonna say whatever you saying. I know she is. Why wouldn't she? She ain't gonna say nothing nice. She ain't gonna come up with her own opinion. You know how she come up with her own opinion? If I take her in that bathroom and I dust her off. For real. If I dust her off, I told a story about 2 females. And one of them got dusted off. And you don't hear nothing. It's peanut gallery, it's crickets from over on that side. See, it was 2 females I told y'all the story about. Let's be real. One of them in Dallas, I told you got dusted off, and it was crickets from that side. It ain't nothing negative said. I just told the story, and ain't nothing come back from that side. But all of a sudden, on the little flat booty meth head white girl in Michigan, see, you don't like Ghost when he like you don't like Ghost when he like this, boy. I roast you, bro. You don't know what you dealing with. On the little flat booty meth head white girl from Michigan, though, on her though, like, you know what I'm saying? I caught Ghost on her. She didn't get dusted off. So what she got to say about me? Of course she gonna say that, dum-dum. Listen, the person that I mature to, I'm not finna like talk smart to a girl. I'm not like put my hand. It ain't gonna never get nowhere close to that. I'm not gonna talk smart with her. I'm not gonna fuss with her. I'm not gonna cuss with her. When it come to that, bro, I'm gonna just bag down. I'm gonna get on down. I don't handle no females rough like that no more. No females. So I'm saying from the interaction, if I'm not feeling you, the only thing I'm going to do is catch ghosts. Because if I start you're not my girl. I don't like you like that. So why would I get in a conversation with you that's going to lead to an argument? I know it's going to lead to an argument. I'm not trying to argue with the girl I like. I told you about the black girl. I wasn't trying to argue with her. She kept on like she was trying to be a pimp. You feel me? Like it's day 4, day 5, she's still trying to be a pimp. Like, but I'm saying like I'm dusting. You feel me? Like how I want to, when I want to, multiple everything. But I'm saying I'm not with her. I'm not like, you know what I'm saying, arguing with her. But that's something that you could keep. Because I'm saying if she stepped this way, then I'm saying like she's straight though, for real. I'll rock with her. She just wouldn't step right. She stayed over there. But you know, but when she get dusty, you don't hear nothing negative about it. Nothing negative. just like back in the day. But the little flat booty meth head, when you catch Ghost on the flat booty meth head with everything you said negative about me before she met me, she gonna repeat what you said. Why wouldn't she? That's common sense. If you said I was ugly before she met me, and you sent her out there, and after I seen her, if I took her in the bathroom and dusted her off, she ain't gonna say I'm ugly, numbnuts. It's my choice. It's 2 of them was sent. Well, it was way more than 2, about 10. In College Station, it was about 10 alone of them was sent. And only 1 of them I chose. So in Michigan, you sent 1 and I didn't choose her. So when I come back to you, what's she gonna say? She can't say I got jam between my toenails. She know she probably didn't take my shoes off. You probably ain't gonna believe that unless you know it about me. She ain't gonna say I got a birthmark on my upper thigh. Cause she don't know that. And you know that. You sent her. Remember, you know me. She don't know that. She not gonna say that. She gonna say whatever you said. If you said I was ugly before she sent her, then she gonna ditto that. Cause you sent her. And she left with like a handful of pennies. She didn't get no love. I ghosted her. You understand that? That girl woke up the next day thinking I was about to call her. And you sent her. Think about that if that was you. And you sent me to go talk to a girl, right? And I talked to the girl and I put my number in her phone. I put my number in her phone like you told me to. And the next day she left the state. Boy, you know, you know how embarrassing that's going to be to me. So you know what I'm going to do? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to rag on her. I'm going to bag on her. How many people going to stand up in that situation and just take that for what it is? Nobody don't like how rejection feel. You see what I'm saying? Church dude don't like, church dude chasing people down because they rejecting him and leaving his church. Ain't nobody like how rejection feel, bro. I was just gonna keep it 1,000 for you. So I'm saying, like, I told you about 2 females. Choice. I'll tell you about some more. Look, when we was in the hotel, you see what I'm saying? Before I met the black girl, we in College Station. You know what I'm saying? And bro, I'm doing a live streams. Y'all go check the content under the live stream in the microtel. This real life. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you some more stories. We got the time, you know what I'm saying? We got the time, bro, about 30 minutes. So I'm kicking in the microtel, bro, like, and I'm just chilling, man. I just finished doing a live stream or whatever. I know I prayed that morning. I put this on my mama. On my mama. I know I prayed that morning, bro, and I'm just sitting there chilling, bro. And so I hear some knock on the door, housekeeping bed. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, a lot of times I don't want them in my room. And, like, I told y'all I'd be up at nighttime, so, like, you got to think about it. Come 2 o'clock or 1 o'clock or 12 o'clock, I've been up for 12 hours, 13, 14 hours. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting me a little nappy now. I got to stay up to 7 o'clock like y'all, 8, 9 o'clock at night, sometimes 10. Only get 3, 4 hours. I got to get a little nappy now. You feel me? So when the housekeepers be coming, I ain't even really trying to like my time. So sometimes, like, I don't even want you in the room. It's only me in the bed. When I'm at the house, I don't wash my sheets every night I take a bed. You see what I'm saying? The sheets clean. It's only me in the bed, bro. Like, you might be 2 days. You know what I'm saying? I might have a sign on the door. I put all the dirty laundry, the towels and stuff by the door. You just put clean. I'll go to the bottom and get clean stuff. I change the sheets. Go get clean sheets from the bottom. Why don't you funk yourself in my room? You know what I'm saying? Because I got to get out while you clean. So they knock on the door, and I got time now today, though. So I'm finna just go downstairs to the car and just chill, you know what I'm saying, and let them clean the room. I'm uncomfortable. I can't sleep in my own room because of this. So look, They said, nah, you ain't gotta go downstairs, bro. I put this, bro. You ain't gotta go downstairs. Nah, it's cool. So y'all know where I'm doing the podcast from, the black swirl around chair. So I'm sitting in the swirl around chairs, 2 white girls. One of them, bro, she was a dust bunny on everything I love. She was like a 5, a 4.5, for real. And the other one, though, she probably about a good 6. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying, like, at this time, I had been celibate for like 4 years. Excuse me, 4 years. The devil was tempting me. Bro, I put this, bro, because I'm telling y'all, girls start twerking. Both of them. I'm talking about they was in there twerking. Talking nasty, talking dirty, like putting it in the air, bro. Like, real talk. And like for that one, but for a second, like in my mind, I ain't gonna lie, bro, but I was like, nah. You know what I'm saying, bro? I'm telling you, willpower, 4 years. I don't care what nobody say. I know my past. I know what I done. Y'all know what I done. You just trying to stun her, trying to convince them. That's what I'm saying. That ain't gonna work on me. The little girl on CNN, she don't know. She a crash dummy. She a peon. She gonna believe whoever tell her. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth, though. Y'all know me. Real talk. So look, bro, like I'm like, nah, bro, I'm straight, bro. So they got on down and I wasn't even worried about it. See, that's a story you don't even know about. Real talk. I was at the Microtel in Austin. All this with the girls at College Station. I was at the Microtel in Austin and I was coming out the elevator and I saw a white boy. He had a shirt on and it said defund politicians. And I said, man, what that is? He said, oh, he from California. He a Republican. I had got his number too. I think I still got his number. He said he was doing a podcast in Austin. And the podcast he was doing it with was like the Drinking Bros or something like that. Real talk. At a warehouse, bro. They had a sponsor and everything. They would get like 200,000 views. On the live stream, they get like 5,000. They're streaming on multiple platforms. I hope I'm getting the numbers right. Because I know people be checking me and fact checking me on what I'm saying. The truth of these stories, because all these stories are straight facts. It was the Texas tour. I was in the road in Texas for 3 months on everything. So they could tell the story how they want to. The 2 white girls who was in there twerking in the room, they ain't going to say nothing about me because like they were making like a pass, really. But I was just chilling. It wasn't really no chilling, no interaction or nothing. They probably could say whatever, too. If you told them I was ugly before they come in, they probably could say that, too, if you could catch up with them. You know what I'm saying? I ain't shooting them down. It's just I was straight. That ain't what I'm trying to do. But I didn't leave the hotel, though. I stayed at the hotel. And so, like, I had went to Austin like 2 or 3 days later. And when I went to Austin, bro, this on everything I love. My person, she know what I told her this. Bro, I was walking in the Walmart, I had seen this Hispanic girl, bro. And like I'm saying, like, her face was pretty. She was straight, but she kind of like, she wasn't fat at all. She was just like a little thick, you know what I'm saying? Might have a little pudge, like a little bit. A little on everything. People know I be real, but you ain't gonna see it like this. I'm just telling you accurate. She just a little pretty fine girl. You know what I'm saying? And like I came around the corner, I seen her at Walmart. I was like, golly, girl. I was like, ooh, bro, everything I love, bro. That girl was, bro, you should have seen that look on her face, bro. She looked like she was in heaven. She ain't never smiled and laughed and giggled and blushy eye like that in her life. I was just checking her out, though. I was feeling her up, bro. Like when I came back around, I didn't see her, though. You know what I'm saying? Again, in my mind, I thought, man, because I was like, I kept on pushing it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I really didn't do nothing in Austin. I just laid low. Austin, the city where all them girls at, though. Yeah, you better give me a suspended license in Texas or a warrant in Texas. Austin, that's where my governor at too, Governor Abbott at too, man. That's where that work at too in Austin, man, them lawsuits. You know what I'm saying? I go to Austin, I could make a millionaire with Governor Abbott, bro. I'm trying to tell you, I'll get to filing them lawsuits. You know what I'm saying? Like, but anyway, though, man, like, I went back to College Station. When I went back to College Station, bro, look, so you can fact check this. It's like a little 18-year-old or something like that. She might be 19. She like the manager. She like a little Spanish girl. She like a little thick or whatever, but like she was straight, bro, but she like 19. You know what I'm saying? So it's just weird how it went down, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I kind of had it on my mind because I try to holler at that girl at Austin. You know what I'm saying? They sending people at me, bro. These little white girls coming in the room twerking and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? They done got, it's like King David. He came out and he saw Bathsheba on there. He got him. You messing me up. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm just kind of like, because I have been on the road like a month or so. I don't go looking for girls ever, bro. I put this on my mama. I never do. Name me one girl who gonna tell you I come and trying to shoot at her. Like, bro, you don't understand the thousands of girls that I seen in 2025 or come across. I could tell you all kind of stories, bro. I done seen so many people. I move around so many places, and I'm in public places outside all the time. Come on, bro. Let's be real. But as the people who know me, bro, I kind of stay to myself. I ain't on nothing. I ain't tripping on nothing, bro. I ain't tripping on nothing. I'm sipping on something. And my homeboy say he got a bad chick for me because I'm single. Yeah, I'm single, bro. I don't care. I don't care, bro. That's how I be, bro. I just be carefree. I be chilling. I'm my own best company, bro. I'm a cool dude. If you get to hang out with me, the people who have me foul, but I hang out with myself, you got damn out there. I know, I understand what it is, so I'm good. So, bro, like, in the same situation, bro, I'm in College Station or whatever like that. I had went back at College Station, so I'm telling you just how I went. So the little younger girl, one day, I had went to my room. I had left, went to the car. I forgot something. So when I come back in the hotel, she work at the front desk. I be trying to avoid it. So I hit that little side door. You know, I get the key card. I hit the side door. When I hit the side door, I go in my room. When I'm coming out my room, the little 19-year-old little Hispanic girl, she like walking by. She got a clipboard. And I said, oh, okay. Yeah, hey. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm like, I'm going to hit that side door. But when I see him coming out, I put this on, bro. This is how I move. People that know me, I try to show some respect for her. So I just hesitate. You know what I'm saying? I come out my room, I see the girl like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, then, you know, I might look at her. But, you know, I just step back in my room. I'm going to just hesitate. I'm going to let little baby girl, I'm going to let her walk down the stairs and everything. Go back to the desk so she don't feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, because the people lie on you. You know, you in the stair with this girl by you know, I just avoid any kind of conflict. I try to think ahead, little stupid petty stuff. It's just 30 seconds of how you in prison the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want you to say that you smell my breath stinking. I don't want you to get that close to me unless it is that. If it's not that, I ain't got time for you. Keep it pushing. So, bro, I'm laying back in the room, bro. This on everything, bro. I count to like 7. I do 3s and 7s. This a long count. It's about 15 steps for her to get to the stairs. So after my 7th count, I close the door. I don't see nobody in the hallway. I peek out the door. I look, nobody in the hallway. I say, good. She must have closed the door. She on about her business. Bro, so when I come around the hall, the girl got the door open. She's standing there with the door open, holding the door. I didn't even see it. I say, what? So I just go out there and like, we in the hall, and she just standing there like she just looking at me. And I guess, I don't know. I just look at her. And I mean, I don't know. It's just a shared moment. And I just climbed down the stairs and I went to my car. But it's like, I don't know. It's just something weird was going on that day. I promise you on everything I love. Because, like, when I come back outside, look, right, I didn't tell y'all this. So, listen. So, this the same hotel, but it was like a week or two apart. First, it was 2 white girls. They come and they dance in my room. So I foo-fooed and shoo-shooed that. Okay, so I'll tell you about the little Hispanic girl working at the front door. There was another girl who works there. She was a black girl. She was a butterhead. Everything fine but a head. I ain't trying to jank. I'm gonna just be real with you. Y'all don't know who it is, so it don't matter. I ain't putting nobody out there. But I'm saying, like, top down though, like, bro, I'm talking about the business. A black girl too, bro. She was kind of tall too. Like, man, I'm saying, like, listen to me when I tell you. I know what I'm talking about. Like, I done been around though. When I was younger, military, I was wild. So listen, but she come out or whatever like that, and she was like, hey, can you give me a ride to the gas station? This number 2. This clear. This ain't no share the moment or nothing. This clear. Can you give me a ride to the gas station? At that time, this is cold. And it's like it's a freeze outside in Texas. I'm staying in the Microtel in College Station. I had just got back from Austin. She said, do you remember a week before the white girls were twerking? I just seen a little Hispanic girl in the hallway at the front desk. So this is the third person that worked there. She like, can you give me a ride to the hotel? I mean, to the gas station. I told her my car wasn't working, bro. This on it, bro. Told her, why I gotta lie about it? I told her my car wasn't working. Little Hispanic girl, the white girls, I didn't shoot at her. Little Hispanic girl, I didn't shoot at her. But she 19 though, 18, bro, come on. I ain't gonna say I wouldn't, because she probably be first choice if she was 25. But she 18, 19, so I didn't even say nothing to her. This the third one, the black girl, she can't ride with me to the store. So we on number 4 in the same hotel. And that's when I walked up the stairs, out the elevator. I'm hitting the side, I'm ducking, and I'm coming down the hallway. And as I come down the hallway, I see 2 black girls. And the one girl, I had thought she was kind of pretty. I hadn't really seen her. And one of the black girls was talking. She was like, ah, ha, ha, ha. And the other black girl, bro, like when I came, she just her back was turned to me, bro, and she was just like standing in like those kind of pants in a certain situation. It was just bad. It wasn't good. It was the wrong time. I don't know. It was like the temptation. It was like running a play on me with the temptation. It was nonstop coming, and it was turned up. It wasn't like me seeing a girl, or I'm up at Ithaca. It's a girl from Cornell, and she got her booty out walking, and I'm talking about she like a 10. You talking about some of them girls at them colleges, you don't know where they came from. You don't know what part of the she look like she comes straight out out of heaven. I ain't even playing. Like, you talking about temptation, just not to say nothing, not to start barking. Bring that dog out you. You feel me? But this something different. I'm talking about this is direct contact. These 2 girls in my room. I know, bro, I could close this door. I could does both of them. I've been celibate 4 years, nothing. The little Hispanic girl, I ain't even gonna lie to you. The devil put that in my mind, but you 19 years old, so I had that moment with you in the hallway. They say that ain't the one. So it was the black girl, the taller black girl had asked me to take her to the gas station, but my car broke down. So that's number 3. So this number 4, I'm coming down the hallway. And it's just uglier woman, and I'm sorry if she find light, and she out there playing, but I'll play with her because my guard's down, because me and her know that I'm not finna, nothing gonna happen with me and you. And then when I come around the door, the other one, she had her back to me. You know what I'm saying? She was doing kind of like, like a little twerk. She had the wrong pants on. And I started talking to him. And when I talked to him, like when I walked in the room, like it just put I had like it was like I was 35 years old again. It just put me in it. I just turned. Like I was become a different person. Like for real. It was like it just that savage, that dog come out. And when I put it in my mind like that, and like we in a space like that, then you finna get dusted. I don't care what you talking about. You could tell them on that on CNN. But if you in this room with me, it's gonna be a different situation. It's gonna be like you're not gonna spend. Listen, if you a type of person where you like, it's no way in the world I would talk to this dude, then you just gonna be a side issue. You gonna get shoo-shooed and foo-foo. You're not gonna be on the show or the program. We're not talking about you. We talking about females that they want to be on the program. Like they want some screen time. You feel me? So she wants some screen time. We're not talking about you. If you wouldn't be on the program, you ain't on the program. I'm not gonna make no attempt. The only way you gonna get on this program is if you come within my line of sight. If you don't come within my line of sight, you don't have a chance. I don't care how pretty you are. That's how I stay focused. That's not me trying to stun or shine on you. That's not like me thinking I'm the prettiest, finest guy in the world. That ain't none of that. I don't care about none of that. I'm not involved with no people, bro. I'm to myself. What are we talking about? If what the song say, that's why I like it rap, because they be telling it what it is. Like T.I. say, you don't know me. You know what I'm saying? Don't be groupie. Homie, keep it pushing, man. Homie, I ain't tripping, pimping. We ain't nobody care. You know they call me T.I., but you don't know me. You be hating and I see why, but you don't know me. Ain't none of y'all know me. You feel that? I'm saying I don't care about that little goofy stuff. I'm on something else, bro. Real talk. I'm trying to be the best litigator ever walked the earth. I'm on some legend stuff. I've been telling y'all, ain't listening though. But hey, like little girl, she got me in the room and she got me on that, you know what I'm saying, that 2015 grade. If you was a female and you met me in 2015, I don't care what you talking about. I had invested my whole life, all my money, everything into being whatever that was. And whoever you was, girl, I'm saying you better have a good no game on you, because if you can't say no strong enough, you going. Because I'm a play it like to where you gonna get asked. I'm gonna run that around on you about 4-5 different ways, and most girls, they gonna get trapped up, and I'm gonna just catch you one night. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about my managers. I'm just being real with you. I was catching in 2015 my managers. I was picking them off. Listen, for real. Listen, I remember back, like I worked at Hooters, and like I had a girlfriend, and I know all these managers flirting with me, and it was like how it was back when I was like in Ocean Springs. Like they were acting like, what? So bro, like this time, bro, I'm telling you, in 2000, you knew me in 2015, that I was something else. You know what I'm saying? Almost every job I worked at, like if I didn't like pick the manager, I'm talking about it coulda or shoulda or woulda. But I'm talking about every job where like I did pick the manager, didn't pick that. Like I'm saying, like I don't want to name no jobs because they'll know what girls I'm talking about. But I'm saying where like I coulda, bro. I promise you, I was here, bro. I'm talking about knocking them down left and right. It wasn't no discussion. I had a couple of girls was hating on me. That I'm gonna tell you at Denny's, real talk. I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't gonna call all their names, but Celeste though, that was my homie though. So I feel like I could say Celeste's name though. But Celeste didn't know. Every day she came to work, like I would let them see like they see like little blonde haired DJ girl. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta try to make myself look good about blonde haired DJ girl. I might have told a fib or two. But see, what Celeste didn't really know is one of our managers that worked there, I was beating her head back. You feel me? And I can't say nothing about it. Like half the stuff I was doing, I ain't gonna tell you. Like I play goofy stuff with y'all, but I'm smarter than you. I'm not gonna let you really know what's like what it is. Even when I was in it, you know what I'm saying? Like for real. But one of them managers though, like bro, I had an end for her and her sister. Her sister escaped, but she didn't. Real talk. But like that's just really what it is. Like I just in that hotel, that's the only reason why that happened with that black girl though. But since I had got in that situation, like it wasn't like I went anywhere. I was in my room and they knocking on my door. They knocking on my suite door. She coming to my suite, all of them. Unless I walk around, because I see you at the front desk, I see you I ain't finna I'ma just be a normal person and say, hey, try to give you your space and I'm going about my business. Y'all clowns out here with this game. I ain't playing no game. You ain't gonna get my name and nothing. I'm not no Kobe Bryant. Rest in peace. I'm not Kobe Bryant. You ain't finna put my name in no stuff. I'm in these hotels, bro, and no. And I know it's been 4 years I've been celibate, so that the temptation is there. So you got to have a will that's stronger than that. And then I told you I'm a Christian, though. Christ is how I do it. So I'm chilling. I'm on in my business. They come, bro, like that direct contact, like I could, like you ain't going to escape. Sometimes you ain't going to escape. And I just didn't escape. I did escape, though. Cause I mean, I could have stayed there with her and just kept on, but I was like, nah, bro. Like you got to walk this way, and if you don't walk this way, then I'm out. She called me 19 times a week after the last time I talked to her on everything, and I did the same thing to her that I do to all of them. I ghosted. I straight ghosted on everything. I went right back to Austin. Or Dallas. One of them I ghosted. Peace out. I'm gone. And she called me 19 times. And I talked to her after that, though. But after I went back to Mississippi, and I was nice to her. But that's what that was. I never fuss, cuss, argue, nothing. That's real talk. That's on my mama. And then when I get to Michigan, they send like a little flat booty meth head out here. She'd be straight if she wasn't a meth head. I ain't hating on no white girl because she got no flat boot. I dated one. She was her pretty in the face, though. And she had a whole lot of emotion. Real talk. I was in love with that girl. I love her still today. I only say that about 2-3 girls in my life besides my mama and my sisters that I love and my nieces that I love. You know what I'm saying? About 2-3 girls that ain't my family. She one of them. So I ain't no flat booty white girl. She wasn't as pretty as Annette was, nowhere close to it. She wasn't what Annette was. That's what it was. She was a meth head. I just didn't know it. It don't matter though. But she had a good vibe or a good spirit. That's probably because somebody sent her to me, so she was perpetrating. But I usually could see through perpetrators, so she was perpetrating really well, which lets me know some of that was real. And some of that was real. It's just I got to reciprocate. And I was reciprocating a little bit, but not to the point to where it was like when I seen that girl in the hotel. When I seen that girl in the hotel, something turned on inside of me. And if that turned on inside of me, girl, and I'm with you by yourself, I want to see you escape that. Because I'm not no villain. I'm going to get in your head. I promise you, I'm going to get in your mind. I'm trying to outsmart you. And I just want you to just 15 minutes. And I'm going to get you to that spot. More than likely. I'm good at this. I don't care who you think you are. If you give me that time of day, you shouldn't give me the time. You give me that time, it's a wrap. That's my chance. Because the other girls, they going foo-foo, shoo-shoo, keep it moving. Whatever reason you in here for is so many girls that could. But when you give me that time, that's when you mess up. So that's my opportunity. So it's going to be my choice. If I choose that opportunity, I don't know how you get in the way. Not you. You do meth. I ain't even got to buy you no meth or give you no money for no meth. Girl, what? I'm going to sell you. I used to be a drug. I'm finna sell you a drink. Girl, I ain't new to this. I'm true to this, boy. This mouth, you don't know what's going to come out this mouth. No, don't leave your girl around. I promise you. That girl she gonna be Princess Diana. She gonna be living. I'm gonna take her to Fantasyland real quick. I'm telling you, you don't understand that. But I mean, I was being cool with her, but it wasn't that. It wasn't like primitive. You know what I'm saying? There's at times I get primitive with black girls. I'm a black man. Like you like, what's primitive? I don't know. It's just like it's like genetics. It's like that desire for that black girl be stronger than any other race. And it's just something like with a black girl, it's like when I know it and when I have to do it, it's like I'm gonna do it. It's gonna happen. It's just like that with black women. It ain't like that with no other ways. With Hispanic girls, I'm really just shooting, and with white girls, I'm just good at it. But with a black girl, it's like, yeah, it's finna go down. It's going down, baby girl. That's just what time it is. Ain't no way out of it. I know you can't talk. You ain't, because I know, well, all I got to do is just lay it down. Yeah, that's what that is. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm saying this to a white girl, though, but it's straight, though. I done dated plenty of white girls, though, before, but when I heard the meth, though, that was a no-go. And I was going to leave Portage like 3 days after. I said I was going to stay on the other side of Michigan, which was a mistake. And I went through Detroit and I tried to stay on the other side of Michigan. It didn't have what I needed to do what I had to do. And I had to dip. And that's why I ended up in Erie, and I stayed in Erie longer than I was supposed to for like a week. Real talk, though. I left Michigan. The next day, she put her number in my phone. She could say whatever she wants to about me. Anybody could tell a lie. It ain't nothing to tell a lie, especially if the person who sent her with that lie. Why wouldn't she reciprocate that lie back to you after I be mean to her? That girl was waiting for me to call her. Don't lie. If you sent me to talk to a girl for you, your enemy, a girl you was trying to get rid of or something, and I went to talk to her and put my number in her phone and she never called me. Boy, you know you getting played. That's you. I don't care what kind of excuse. You trying to talk your way out of that. She straight got played. She got foo-foo. I be boo-booing them girls, bruh. I be shoo-shooing them girls. I shoo-shoo the fine ones. Like, ask Andrea, bruh. Andrea would call me. That's a girl that, bruh, Andrea in Mobile. Ooh, I worked at with Higher Dynamics at Walmart with. She was my manager, bro. They're like 38 though. She a little thin. She a little white girl too though, boy. Man, though. I was that little thing. I was hot for her. Real hot. But Andrea would call me. I wouldn't answer. I wouldn't call her. But I see her at work. I give her love. I get mad at her though. She like, I felt like she would pick on me sometimes too. I don't care, but I liked her though, and she knew it. You know what I'm saying? It's just I lived in Mississippi. She lived in Alabama. I didn't work there no more. I ain't call her one time. That's on everything. That's how you stay out of trouble. You don't pursue trouble, boy. I don't be pursuing nothing but them cases, them documents. That's what I'm finna do right now. That's what I'm finna do right now. You feel me? You feel me? You feel me? I don't care if you don't feel me. That's what we finna do, boy. We finna go pursue them cases. You see what I'm saying? I don't care what nobody say about me, man. Especially with some people who don't know saying about me. Them people don't know me. They don't know nothing about their story. They just hearing something and repeating it like a peon. And what she's saying about me, I know it's not true. I know for 10,000%, bruh. I'm around people all day, every day, and you 1 out of 1,000 that's saying what you saying. You know what I'm saying? I know for a fact. It ain't like she walked up on me or something in no situation or nothing like that. Nah, it wasn't nothing like that. I know for a fact what she's saying. She's just making it up. I'm saying she came there, bro, to whatever you say, I know for a fact. She came there to establish something. Because she put her number in my phone. She could have did whatever she did. I didn't say nothing about getting her number. We could have went separate ways, but she put her number in my phone. That wasn't no test. That was her offering to do it. She did it. You feel that? So I'm saying once she did that, bet. got caught out. You feel me? So especially if she was there sitting for something, you know she gonna talk smack about me. Why wouldn't she talk smack about me? That's crazy. Why wouldn't she talk smack about me? Like she's supposed to. If she don't know nothing to say about me, she just gonna make up something. But if y'all done told her something, then you can gave her some ammo to use on me. So she gonna use whatever ammo you told me. Wherever ammo you gave her. You gave the other girl ammo too. The other girl had ammo too. You see what I'm saying? But when she pulled up though, it didn't go that way. You know what I'm saying? I was feeling her too hard. You know what I'm saying? That primitive stuff came on. It just had to happen. Yeah, and that person, when I'm that person for a girl, I don't see how you gonna escape. Because I'm very, I wouldn't say aggressive, persistent is the word. I'm very persistent, and I'm a real nice person. So I'm going to persistently drag you to this niceness. And all I got to do is catch you one time. Hey, listen, bro, I look in the mirror, bro, you know what I'm saying? I know I'm not a bad looking dude, but you know what I'm saying? I could probably lose about 10, 15, 20 pounds easily. I'm just real. I'm going to tell you, you feel what I'm saying? So I understand, like, whenever I shoot at her the first time, you know what I'm saying? She might not be feeling me all the way. That's cool, though. I ain't tripping. You gotta understand, I understand the game. I ain't in my feelings. When I'm on a mission, like, I ain't in my feelings at all. It's only one thing on the table. If it don't happen, then maybe I'll put her in the friend zone and just keep her. Maybe she'll grab me one of them. So I'll get one of her stragglers. You feel me? Maybe if she cool, you know, she might be useful for something else. You know what I'm saying? It just depends. So, like, she come back around, I done shoot, bro, the manager girl, bro, at least 18 times. Bro, every time, like, we were about, man, I'm telling you, the business, I already knew it. So one time she had came to my apartment after we had got off for shift. We worked the overnight shift. Y'all can figure out who that is. So she come out to my apartment, you know what I'm saying? And, like, she all crying. Before she come to, because something happened, like, I guess with her and her boyfriend. See, her boyfriend, like, dude, he was my manager too. You feel me? That's why I wouldn't say nothing when they was talking. Look, but I couldn't tell nobody. Nobody this. You know what I'm saying? Both of them were my manager. Look, but look, I put this on everything though. Like, people that so she had came by, but she had told me before she had came by, she said, Greg, don't try nothing. Nah, this my dog stage. She know what it is. But I'm talking about, like, I'm just dogging. Everything I see, I'm dogging on everything. Any female, just whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, like, she said she was gonna come over. I said, all right, then it's straight though. So she came over. You can ask her. She sat on the couch for me. Total respect. She had said that. She put it out there like that. I said, all right, it's straight. You know, we working with her, but, like, during that time, like, I got homegirls coming up. They don't never talk about Lillian. They gonna talk about the girl, like a girl I post. Listen, if I post her name on a vlog or something like that, then she probably just a homegirl, like a real live homegirl friend. Just like I post a dude name and he just a friend. You talking about, like, ain't nobody, like, you... I ain't gonna let me post some of the girls' names that weren't friends, girls that people don't even know about. I'm just sticking and moving really most of the time. I'm a bachelor. You feel me? So, man, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man, like, I could have, it's always like a situation where you could make a decision to, it's really a choice on what you want to do. Real talk. And I just made a choice. I usually make the choice to just let them make it. Like one time we was like at one of my homeboy house and like, bro, this on everything. Like the little managed girl was there. Her sister was there. That's when I first seen her sister. I was like, my goodness. I looked her up on Facebook, bro. I tried her so many times. She shoot me every time. But one of my homeboys was there. Somebody else was there. And like, I think like either the little DJ girl or Lillian, one of them, they had just did. They had gone. They said they coming back. So I knew I was by myself. And like this, like one of the few times away for the work, I had kicked it with the little manager girl. You know what I'm saying? And so she like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how it happened, but like, you know, it was like, we gonna go back to my apartment for some reason, for something. You know what I'm saying? And like, you know, it wasn't no trying to like not do whatever, talk whatever, and then bam. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I promise you, even in the days when I was like being a dog, like I was raised by a woman and two sisters. So I never like, ain't nobody ever accused me of forcing myself on no female. Ain't nobody, I ain't never heard that. I ain't never heard in my life, they accused me of a lot of stuff. And I got a record, so I done some stuff now. And I never in my life heard nobody say because I just don't move like that. I never have my whole life. I won't put myself in a situation to allow a girl to say that I did anything like that. I forced myself. I ain't gonna do that because I'm clear with it. I'm persistent, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not aggressive. You know what I'm saying? I'm because I could talk good. So I talk to that spot. I don't have to touch to that spot. I'm a talker. Some guys, they be trying to touch. They touch. I know it's a time whenever that is, but I'm a talk you over to me with my mouth. I'm gonna put you right here. Because I know it's a choice. You gonna choose to come or you not. And if you don't come, then I'm out. I ain't got no time to waste. Unless you a friend, you come to be my friend. It's still a choice. I'm gonna choose you to be a friend. I'm gonna choose to not never see or talk to you again. It don't matter to me. See, I look at it, it's all my show. So to be on the show, I'm the director. If you ain't on my show, I don't care. All I care about is my show. What you got going on over there, I'm just not too interested in what you got going on. I got to go on a tour. I got lawsuits to file. I got problems. I got stuff I'm dealing with. I ain't worried about what you got in your life. I got too much in mine to worry about. I got watch my girl Jasmine win the election. You feel what I'm saying? You feel me? So like I ain't be worried, bro. That's just how I move though, man, for real. So they hate on me, man, and say whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? People that hated on me and said whatever and denounced and denied and made me look stupid and this and that. Bro, I'm so used to that stupid stuff. Like, I don't even be trying to clout chase. I usually just let the girls get I'll just let her get clout. You know what I'm saying? It's just that, you know, the little CNN girl or whoever, like, even though they ain't saying my name, like, if I feel like you taking a shot at me, that's whoever. If I'm wrong about you, I'm sorry. If I was wrong about it, I'm sorry, but I feel like you taking a shot at me, I'm going to come at you. It ain't nothing I'm worried about what no little meth head girl saying. I'm trying to wonder how you find a meth head. I know these people from Michigan or whatever, but I'm trying to figure in my mind how they find this meth head to send at me in the first place. Yeah, I already know, because that dude around there, y'all around there messing with them meth heads. I already know, look. Bro, I worked at I'm going to just say a hotel in Biloxi. It's like a big hotel, bro. If I call the name, you're going to know it immediately. I work at this hotel in Biloxi. I work in the kitchen. I'm knowing what the girls in the kitchen doing. So it's a woman in there. She probably in her 50s. She looked straight. She said she had a place to stay and everything, like extra place to stay and everything. But she was like, you know what I'm saying? She get down. She party. You know. Real talk though. I ain't hating on her. I'm just saying she get down and she party. Like I got a pass, bro. Like I can't be with no bunnies and stuff. Like nah, boy. Hey, so look. So but she told me though, like an executive. He worked for Verizon. Verizon, check one of y'all VPs in the state of Mississippi on everything. He said, my boy, he used to come down there, bro, and he used to pay it, bro, pretty good money by the hour. You see what I'm saying? For some rendezvous with the little that worked in the kitchen in the hotel. The VP of Verizon on everything, bro. I seen him come in there. She showed me the picture. I know she ain't lying. You know, he'll come back. Look, so he come to a convention center. When I call the hotel, it'll make more sense to you. Just say Marriott, whatever, those kind of hotels, but it wasn't a Marriott. He come rent the convention center up in there, and I guess while he in there, he came to get breakfast one day, and she got a little shape on her. He away from his wife, you know, he probably a tall, good-looking white man. She know he got money. All he got to say is a word to her. He know she a little crackhead. He throw a couple little $100, and he do what he want to for a few hours and get on down. Coming from Jackson, Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? So I already know the game, man. Like, you know, you got to understand, I could tell y'all a million stories, you know, but I just don't move like that. Them kind of females, like, I really can't. I ain't got nothing. I can't do. I ain't got nothing. I ain't nothing. I'm just a move away from that. That's what I'm going to do. You know what I'm saying? My past and stuff like that. And when she told me what time it was, like, I already knew. Like, I had been talking to her for about 2 hours when I found out that she was doing drugs. You see what I'm saying? Because she was real clean looking, real talk. Like, I mean, she wasn't like, you know, but she was clean looking. You know, so I'd been talking to her 2 hours, the little girl in Michigan, before I found out she doing drugs. So when I find out at 2 hours and 1 minute she doing drugs, I'm never going to be mean. I'm never going to say something disrespectful. Never. I know I'm never going to see her again either. But that's just how I move whenever those kind of girls that I would talk to or any kind of relationship situation. I know that. So all I do is just shoot her. I keep on talking to her for the extended period of time. If she wouldn't have said put her number in my phone, then I'm saying she could have got out on me. But I'm saying she wouldn't have been hating on me like that because, you know what I'm saying, I wouldn't have said nothing about it. She probably would have went back and said something about me. Yeah, she wouldn't have if she wouldn't have put her number in my phone. That's what I'm saying. Why she put her number in my phone? Because she thought it was a chance I was going to call her. Y'all feel that? Because I'm saying all she had to do is say do whatever she had to, they sent them to do. She didn't have to see me again for the next day, but she was trying to see me again. Bro, it's none of that. You know what I'm saying? And I'll tell y'all the reason why, man, because I'm a Christian, bro. Like, I believe Jesus suffered, he bled, and he died on the cross for our sins. I believe the blood that Jesus shed on the cross is the payment for our sins, man. I really believe that with my whole heart. I believe that Christ is king. People make fun of me. They say I'm soft. They say I'm whatever. Man, I don't care about none of that. It ain't about being, I'm not trying to be tough. I'm not on no game. I'm a Christian, man. You know what I'm saying? And I try to live right. I try to live like a Christian. I try to do the right things. And that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be nobody's friend. I'm not trying to please nobody. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? And I just keep it 1,000. I do my cases. You know what I'm saying? I had to come up here and handle some business. And then I'm finna do my cases, man. And I wake up every day. I got haters coming at me all the time in a million different ways. They're not just coming at me like, you know what I'm saying? They coming at me like tempting me, all kind of things. But I wake up every single day, bro. And I say, this is the day the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it, bro. Real talk. I just look at the haters like they fans, man. They just disgruntled fans. You see what I'm saying? Even the ones that you don't know, that they just be like, oh, whatever. Like, I just look at them like they just runner fans. Y'all feel me? Man, y'all go out there and have a good day, man. You know what I'm saying? I say it every time. I love y'all. Y'all can hate on me, man. I'll be streaming tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Eastern time. Until then, big Ghost Rider.